good morning. I love that little
everybody.
video.
Good to see you here for our super sales meeting.
Yes, welcome.
We are in Chantilly HQ with the beautiful backdrop and beautiful studio.
Yes.
And apparently a Hokies water bottle that takes over half the screen. So at least
I didn't realize it was quite so big. It is very large.
It's actually the focal point now of our shot.
Looks better than us. Go Hokies!
Well, we are excited to come here to our sales meeting this week. We'll talk about all things Samson, everything's going on.
So much stuff is happening.
Some market stuff, some things coming up in the next couple weeks with us. So great reset for everybody to kind of get together and talk more about the market and all the great things going on.
And get engaged.
Absolutely.
Yeah, reboot. We are midway through February, so it is time to really launch into that spring season.
We're drafting spring teams. We need to have that spring sports come out. Justin, you're waving your hand at us. Are we okay?
We're good? All right, sounds good.
We're just pumping our fists.
Roll right along, yes. Whoop, whoop.
All right, what we're going to do, jump into first, we always like to start with our realtors that were able to not only use Cardinal Title Group, but to get their listings to come to Cardinal Title Group.
You guys rock.
They get the first shot out of the day because they went over and above and were able to get the listing, the whole deal to close at Cardinal Title Group, which is fantastic. So I'm going to start with my man, Adam Shively, Akin Fuladon, Andy Norton, Angel Figueroa, Angel Wong, Arslan Jamil, Ashley Kopecki, Arslan Jamil two times. Ashley Kopecki 2 times. Carolyn Young 5 times.
Nice job.
Great job. Uncle Casey Sampson, Cheryl Hambach, Cheryl Youngbar, Christian Minacci, and Krista Napoli.
We have Chris Urich, Darren Robertson, Dawn Garrett, Edwin Nolasco, Albert Graves Jr., Falco Bruno, Frank Silvestrini, Fred Machini 2 times, Del Grimes, George Pizarro, Greg Garcia, Guillermo Barbosa 2 times. Guillermo. I rolled it that time. Barbosa 2 times, and Henry Nam. Thank you, guys.
Hoisway Key, Ian McVeigh 2 times, Adalma Contreras Funes, India Lewis, India Pope, Iris Yu, Jackie Frederick, Jay Rousey, Jennifer Dorn, Jess Miller, Jessica M. Graham, Jill Judge, and Jonathan Gentry.
We have Julie Young.
You got to shout out if you're in the crowd.
If you're in the crowd, shout out. Nice job.
Julie's there, and I'm making
Julie Young, Justin Bailey, Kamal Park. We have Karen Harvey 2 times, Kelly Hayes, Kelly Thomas, Kevin Wolf, Keisha Washington, Larry and Laura Bean.
Woo! She's not here. I'm screaming for her.
Lateef Chaudhry, Lisa Wright, Melissa Smith, and Melissa Weaver. Thanks, guys.
Michelle Gibson, Ming Kwan, Monica Foster.
We got a woot in the back.
Naomi Martinez Conaway 2 times. Patty Blackwelder, Penny Clark, Peter Frias, Pilar, I never know how to say your name.
Goa Kochea.
Nailed it.
Did I nail it?
Very well done. Pink Doan, Ritu Desai, Rolf Kratz, Ronnie Gollier, and Roxanne Southern 4 times. Great job, Roxanne.
Nice job there, Roxanne. We have Sterling Rommel. Oh, gosh, my tongue totally got tied. Tammy Irby.
Tammy's a hard name.
Tammy's a hard name. Tammy Irby, Tara Lowe, Tatia Cabrejo, Tom Corcoran, Tina Roach, Trulans Hickman, Tyler Simmons, Veda Howard, Victor Kutsevich, and Vivian Garcete. Thank you guys
for bringing your listings to Cardinal Title Group.
Nice job, you guys.
The next thing we love to open every meeting with is welcoming our new family members to Samson, and this is super important.
You've been
not just
busy.
that they've joined our yes, we have. Not just they've joined our company, they've joined our family, and we're going to take great care of them. So a couple things. First of all, thank you all. So many of these people were referred by you all, brought to Lunch and Learns, introduced to Mark or I, and hopefully Mark or I can help them get over that finish line to joining us here at Samson. But 127 new people since last sales meeting last month is fantastic. So awesome stuff. Now, a couple things we look on this list. They're sorted by brokerage that they came from, so we can keep that a little bit easier to flow through. On the right there, you can see the office that they've joined. If you see people that have joined your local office, we would love to have you connect with them, reach out to them, see that you've got some new people coming in.
Make a new friend.
If you are in the room today, which I think at least one person on this list is, make sure we get to acknowledge you and cheer for you a little bit.
Yeah, we need some woot woots and some hands up.
Some woot woots. Yeah. That's the correct definition for it.
That is the technical term.
So I will start with the first list. We've got Ruth Ibido from First Choice Better Homes, Marcella Badani from Allegiance Realty Partners, Lenning Rivera from All First Realty, Ruth Lane from Argent Realty, Paula Somerville and Hope Swain, both from Argent Realty. From Avery Hess Realty, we had Asugol Azdenirli, Catherine Navarro Guillen, and Lena Mersing. And then from Bennett, we have Vanita Johnson.
A couple of those people were boomerangers. From
Yes.
Berkshire Hathaway, we have James Berg, Christy Smith, we have Tynesha Party-Gregory, and Heather Skolronsky. From Birch Real Estate Group is William Yost. Capstar Properties is Guang Ha Zhu. And from Century 21s, we have Christine Griffin, Claudia Callis, Dana Jean Lefevre, and Michelle Magel.
From Coldwell Banker, Melvin Biddle. From Compass, we've got Nadeem Khan, Karen Shiro. Woo! I see her in the back there. And Jeffrey Purnell II. Mustafa Akanda from eVenture LLC. From Exit Realty, we had Jessica Asoro, Noor Brent, Gabriella Vidro. And then from EXP, we have got a nice list here. John Nicely and Regina Mosby.
I'm going to keep on with EXP, Alfred Turner III, Michael Gary Straley, Linda Placid, and Rebecca Straley, and Asma Shah. From Fairfax Realty, we have Kenneth Wright. First Place Realty, Jason Place. And from Inactive to Active, our list is Michael Bullington, Jalen Skipper, Cheryl Collier.
And then the next list. So some of these get inactive because they go inactive in MLS and then switch over. But I know some of you were actually coming from other companies. Like I know in here, Marilyn Anderson just came from Remax. I know that. But inactive to active here, we've got Anil Rupaketty, Linda Sadarine, Marilyn Anderson, Maggie Trin, Danielle Delosier, Samir Nasi, Eric Countryman, Mohammed Neem Raza, Jason Tovar, I think he might be a boomerang, and Lyndon Ryan.
All right, we have Hasib Javed.
People are like, what's a boomerang?
A boomerang is somebody that has been with us at some point, left to join a team,
realized the grass wasn't greener.
Realized they missed us and they needed to come back, so they boomeranged right around.
Got a little boomerang.
Yes, we got a little boomerang action.
We say that with love.
We do. We're like, welcome back, friends. We'll just save you this step. Don't leave to start with, and you don't have to go through all the effort, right? All right. Thank you for that applause. All right. Keller Williams. We have Britton Henderson, Aisha Arif. We have Kashia Alston. We have Donna Sullivan, Jenny of Veltoro Reyes. I know they don't like us so much right now, Keller Williams. We have Katie Easterbrook. We have Nafissa Borgozi, Holly Urquhart Williams. We have Aaliyah Elenas, all from Keller Williams.
Also from KW Metro Center, Acelian Taylor, and KW Select Realtors, who've got Olenro Waiju and Falayan. There you go. From Long and Foster, we had 4 people: Johanna Crawford, Abigail Main, and Katrina Sherrod, and Dorothy Beach.
That one was hard for you.
Well, my eyes actually saw an R.
We are so struggling this morning.
I saw Bearch for a second there, so maybe that just means I might need to get my eyes checked.
Or it means that we really just need to go to the beach. And
there you go.
Beach House.
From McInerney, we've got Julian Burke. From MBI Realty, Veronica Guerin. Now we've got our new agents, Jessica Seminaro, Daniel Buma.
So we have Javish Khanna.
Seminaro. Go ahead.
Done?
Yep.
Okay. Javish Khanna, Supra Zaidi. We have Mikkel Johnson, Vicky Jeter, Deja Smith, Brian Morris, John Costio. We have Joseph Carey Aduyeni, Lamonta Wooten, and Miguel Zuniga.
One more page of new realtors. Alyssa Torres, David Michael Marsteller, Koya Reams, Vera Steek, Tiffany Presmy, Zachary Ward, Hannah Scazzaro. Hey, Hannah! Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! Catrell Higgs, Shani Jeter, and Ibram Fahmy.
I just want to point out he said he needed to get his eyes checked for anybody that missed that. I did not want that to gloss over since he makes fun of me and my glasses. Would you like to borrow them?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks, bro.
Amalola Fomaleo.
Get closer to the TV.
I did. I moved closer to the TV for anybody. Stop laughing at me, people. Yeah, you're with me, exactly. Diane Bryce Williams, Dominique Garrison Sr. We have Grady Menjivar. We have Alfred Taylor III, Maria Gaskins, Stephanie Redding, Tiana Wynn, Haley Stone, and Ranak Sandhu as new agents. Welcome, everyone.
From 1 Street, Irma Albee. From Remax, we've got Cindy Nichols and Sandra Watson. From Realty Executives Premier, we've got John Goodlow Sr. From Realty Brokerage Solutions, Wahid Azimi. We've got a bunch more here from Realty Executives Premier, our new friends in Burtonsville office. We've got Alicia Williamson, Cardiata Afil, Stephen Traversa, and Kaylin Johnson.
All right, we have Daryl and Diane Michoud also rounding that out. From Redfin, we have Perel DAT, Remax Town Center, we have Sean Blyce and Elizabeth Lapham. A boomeranger, Hudson Bull, welcome back. We have from S&S Realty Investment, Huang Mo Chung. We have Bridget Hodgson from Shaheen, Keisha Boyd from Swell, and Lance Christmas from T&G. Ooh, I like his name.
From Taylor Properties.
Christmas.
Taylor Properties, we got Scott Wismonti, Zanil G, and then Andrea Fuentes from the Fuentes Group, and Bruce Tahiri from TTR Sotheby's, Nicole Pastel from United Real Estate Premier. Are we a woot
we got a woot woot?
Oh, you just do all the
she's
United
just doing the
Real Estate
Uniteds.
Premiers, Fredericks.
She totally threw us off.
And then last two from Weicker, we've got Delmi Moreno Carbajal,
yeah.
and Luke Remsburg. So
welcome everyone
to our 127 new family members
yes.
who joined us. All right, next thing we want to chop into is our top performers for the month of January. January and December are typically our two slowest months of the year, but a lot of people got the year off to a great start, working hard. A lot of that was good hard work in November, December that helped us get there. Hoping for February, March, and April, big numbers coming as well. But these top performers for January got the year off to a good start. We want to make sure we recognize all of their success.
Absolutely. So in Virginia, individuals by transaction, congratulations, Jennifer Dorn and Claudia Cornejo with 5 transactions apiece. We have Hans Schneck with the Carolyn Young team with 4. Guillermo Salmon also with 4, and Dilyara Deminova, Sean Jones, Kelly Hayes with the Hardman Group, and Jorge Pizarro with 4 as well. Congratulations. That's a great month.
Our top 5 in volume for the month. Latif Chaudhry, $3.2 million.
Nice job.
Jennifer Dorn, just over $3 million. Aslan Adehadia, just under $3 million. Brandy Tovar, $2.8 million. And Nita Neri, just over $2.8 million.
So if we look by teams, the Carolyn Young team with 28 transactions, rock on.
That's a few for January.
That's just a few. Tied with 19 is Shepherd Homes Group and One South Realty. We have Casey Samson team with 8 and the Monumental team with 7. Congratulations.
Our top teams in volume for the month. The Carolyn Young...
Latif, you just missed your name.
Hey, look at that.
Go back, Latif. Individuals by volume, number 1. Woo!
Thank you.
He goes, thank you very much to all the little people. Yes.
Latif rolled in like 30 seconds after he got his shot.
So we have to go back. Yes.
All right. Our top teams for the month of in Virginia. The Carolyn Young team, $15.7 million. Shepherd Homes Group, just over $11 million. One South Realty Group, $9.2 million. Casey Sampson team, $7.8. And the K Group, $3.2 million.
I'm just laughing because way to go, Latif, but way to also be called out for coming in late. Woo! Oh, we'll just move right along. So in our transactions, individuals in Maryland and D.C., congratulations, Fred Moschini with 6, James Archie with 5, Jorge Pizarro with 4, and a big tie for 3, Elbert Graves, Amina Hedera, Michelle Wilson, Christina Reyes, Nicole Graves, and Denise Giacoba. Nice job, you guys.
Our top volumes for Maryland, D.C. for the month were Blake Herring, great job, just under $3.8 million. Fred Masseni, just under $2.5 million. Elbert Graves, $2.1. Amina Hedara, just under $2.1 million. And James Archie, $1.8 million for the month.
All right, if we look at our teams in D.C. and Maryland, the One Street Company was 16. Congratulations, you guys. Team Harper was 7. The Easy Way was 6. The Gifted Homes Group with 4, and John Burgess Group and the Tony Fulco Home Group with 3. Nice
Awesome
job,
stuff.
guys.
John Burgess Group, our new joinees, our Burtonsville office working out of. So good work, John. Our top performers in volume for Maryland, D.C., our top teams. The One Street Company, $17.2 million. Great month, guys and gals. The Easy Way, $3.8 million. Team Harper, $2.1 million. The Westerland Group, $1.6 million. And the Barnett Group, $1.3 million.
So let's focus on now West Virginia by transactions individually. Oh, actually, this is both. Adam Shively with 6, the Diamond Home team with 5, Dell Grimes with 4, Tara Lowe, Yeling Chen, Tina Roach, and Patrick Schnabel with 3. Congratulations, you guys.
Awesome job, group. And in volume for West Virginia, number 1, Angela Cable Johnson with $3 million, Adam Shively, $2.8 million, Dell Grimes, $1.5, Tara Lowe, just under $1.5 million, and the Diamond Home team, just under $1.3 million for the month.
All right, so now we're going to go overall company production in individuals by transactions. Adam Shively with 6, Fred Masseni with 6, Jennifer Dorn, James Archie, and Claudia Cornejo with 5. Congratulations, you guys. What are you doing?
Well, Stephanie's actually motioning for somebody to come sit with her. I'm not sure who, so I'm making fun of Stephanie for.
She wants Amit to sit beside her.
For waiting. Amit, come on over.
I feel like we're passing notes in class. And they just got the note read. So funny. Amit's face is now 4 shades of red.
Our top individual performers in volume for the month of January on our whole company. Blake Herring, 3.7 million, fantastic. Latif, I didn't shit you. Latif, 3.2 million.
There you go.
I thought I switched the name
I missed it too.
in all the spots. I missed that one. Or Sarah switched it back after I corrected it.
I did not.
Jennifer Dorn, just over 3 million. Angela Cable Johnson, 3 million exactly. And Aslan Atiyahadia, just under 3.3 million.
Nice job. All right, we're going to go to the teams, guys. Overall company production by transactions. The Carolyn Young team with 28 transactions.
That's a few.
Tied with 19 apiece, Shepherd Homes Group and One South Realty Group. We've got One Street Company with 16 and the Casey Samson team with 8. Congratulations.
There you go. And our top team volumes for the month. These are some fantastic January totals. We've got the One Street Company, 17.2 million. The Carolyn Young team, 15.7 million. Shepherd Homes Group, just over 11 million. One South Realty Group, 9.2. And the Casey Sampson team, 7.8 million.
Nice job, everybody.
Fantastic job to all of our teams.
Yes.
For January, just fantastic work all around.
Nothing to sneeze at, people. Nothing to sneeze at.
Just saying. For those that didn't get to share, we had our Great Samson Awards show last Thursday. It was a great day. We had a lot of fun, honored a lot of people.
Yes.
We also were able to do a lot of watch parties on Friday. If you haven't watched that yet, you can actually go to SamsonAwards.com.
We had some fun hijinks. Donnie may or may not have thrown his clicker in the middle of it.
Yeah, that may be a Easter egg later to go through.
It was so funny. We expected it to be cut out, and he was like...
A prize coming if you can find when we made a debacle and dropped the remote.
And if you can find where the battery went during said debacle, that would be even better.
The first person to email me with the timing of that problem gets a gift certificate.
Gift card to the print center.
There you go, $50 gift card to the print center. First person that can tell me when the Easter egg is there. Justin left a little bit of an Easter egg in there for us.
So funny.
Bethany's looking at it right now.
Bethany, you do not count. You were there.
Bethany can do it. She can do it.
No, she can't.
She doesn't know where it is in the film.
She knows exactly where it was. She probably watched you.
Okay, so, yes, it was fun.
It was fun.
So, in all honesty, though, we had a great day.
Celebrating with
honoring lots of great people.
Yeah.
A couple of things I want to mention, because these were individual, some staff awards that we gave out. We gave a Lifetime Achievement Award to Mike Briggs, who does a fantastic job all the time for us.
We did a High Impact Award to Kara Norcutt, who is our principal broker in Maryland and Pennsylvania, for those of you that have worked with Kara as well. She is right up there with Mike Briggs' caliber of the impact that she is making to agents' lives every day.
We gave a Most Outstanding Performer of the Year, our staff member that was an outstanding performer all year and did so many amazing things for us. Miss Bethany Durham won that this year, so that was a fun experience. And
the fun part also was on that is I'm not a hugger. Y'all know I'm not a hugger. I actually gave her this really meaningful, real hug. And she gave me some illness. So the next day she was like, "Don't take my award, I'm calling in sick." And I'm like, "Oh, so this is where this came from." Yes.
So both of them have been sick for 3 days because of this hug. But let me stop standing next to her up here.
Never again.
We also gave awards for Above and Beyond for Miss Cassie Chrisman, who does a great job with all of our West Virginia agents, experience support.
And then we gave an award for our Sam Fam Spirit Award for an individual.
Unsung Heroes.
Yeah, we can do that too.
Okay,
You doing mine? I'm doing yours?
You're just jumping all over it.
I am. Well, that's normally me.
Okay.
So we Unsung Heroes, and I call it the Sam Fam Spirit Award because this individual really had been with me in the very beginning of all of the philanthropic initiatives and jumped in on all the philanthropic initiatives. But she's also someone that rises to any agent's need all the time. Miss Deb Gorham, our principal broker of Florida, who, just as a moment for anybody that missed that announcement, was planning to retire, and I pulled her out of retirement and said, "Hey, how do you feel about this?" And she jumped in with both feet. So big, huge thank you to Deb Gorham.
So what I was getting at was the other staff award we gave was for Unsung Heroes. That was to our amazing group that just continues to keep all of us going with our marketing, which was our Print Center team. Got the Unsung Awards team. So our Print Center team does a fantastic job. The last awards we gave out kind of individually, we gave Jay Rousey, Sam City Cares Award for giving back to the community.
Yes.
And 2 more Sam Fam Spirit Awards we gave to Pat Sowers.
Pat Sowers, yep.
And to Natalie McCarter for giving
their
back to all
efforts
of our
constantly in both their office with their agents and in the community. So congratulations to all of the above for winning. And I just want to point out, I don't want to gloss over the Print Center because those guys, by the time I first pulled production for them the first week of February, had already pumped out 250,000 pieces out of our Print Center in just a little over a month. So that is huge. They keep it running nights, days, and weekends. I said they never, rarely complain, right? They do a great job working on the back end of marketing for Samson, for our agents, and those guys just, again, deserve that applause.
We also gave, I don't want to summarize the whole awards, but a couple other things we gave out were Office of the Year awards, and those were a big deal because we gave a lot of thought to those, and just the culture, the experience in the one another's, just everything we want Samson family offices to be about, but also the capture rate was important to us. Who's giving back to Cardinal Title Group and who's using Cardinal Title Group and supporting them, because that's how we can make it all go.
That pay it forward culture.
Absolutely. So we gave a small, medium, and large office, then a Virginia and Maryland Office of the Year. Our small office of the year was Charlestown, West Virginia, who did a fantastic job. If you were there, you saw how many awards they got.
They were racking it up.
All those West Virginia agents were racking it up. Our medium office of the year, do you remember? Gainesville.
Yes,
Gainesville won our medium office of the year.
I was like, where are we going? Gainesville, yes.
Our large office of the year was Lake Ridge. Who always does a fantastic job out there with Chris and the crew.
Yes.
Our Maryland office of the year was Gaithersburg.
Yes.
Fernando and the great crew out there have just grown so much. They do a great job supporting Cardinal.
And then our Virginia office
all of our
the year
classes.
was Alexandria.
With Miss Jess Miller here.
Yes.
And we're going to hear from one of our great Alexandria agents, Miss Arturo Salemi, and from Major Key here in a little bit with some tips.
Super exciting.
Our top producer tips. So we gave away some of those awards. So it was just a great day. If you haven't been able to watch that, watch the watch parties.
It's fun. We carried on.
We've seen so many of you that have screenshotted stuff. But you can also go to SamsonAwards.com, pull all those slides down, and share those on your social media. And be proud. We're proud of you. And I've tried to comment on every single one and tried to be encouraging. There's a lot of awards out there.
There's a lot of awards.
But we're doing our best. The other thing we did, for those that didn't know, and I did do a Facebook post on this finally this weekend. I was putting it off for days and days. But for those that don't know, so many times he stood up here and read off all these names. And he was such a huge part of what we were and such a huge part of what we've created at Samson. He was my dad's very first agent, his best friend, and just somebody that I got to know I had the privilege of getting to learn from and be a friend with for 30 years. And Mr. Bernie Kagan did pass away last week, and I guess 10 days ago now. We're very sad to lose him, but we're just very thankful that he's part of all of our lives. Made such an impact on me personally, but such an impact on this company, the way it grew, and a lot of the pay it forward mantra and the attitude of giving back was built off of a lot of Danny and Bernie and what they started here in 2001.
And Bernie loved him some Cardinal.
He did love him some Cardinal. So what we did was we named an award after him, the Bernie Kagan Award, which we're going to give out every year to the individual agent that uses Cardinal Title Group the most that year. Our first recipient was Miss Dilyara Dominova, who nobody is more supportive and loyal and has been since the day she walked in the door than Dilyara. So she was a great initial recipient of it. The award's going to look something like that. It's coming in from the awards place soon, and it will hang here at Samson. And we'll be able to give it out every year as a remembrance of my good friend Bernie and what he meant to us.
And the impact that he made on this company.
Absolutely. So you can go to SamsonAwards.com to watch all those videos, catch up on all that fun stuff.
And you can go to that Samson Awards page again. We've got social media stuff. We've got graphs and artwork for you that you can pull down and use. You don't have to screenshot. You can. The email that said you received an award, but you've got the graphics there that you can use. Use them in your social media, promote your business, remind people that you're in business and that you are producing. That's important.
It's a big thing. It's hard to brag on yourself just randomly, but when we give you the opportunity and give you awards out there for Gold Club or Platinum or Diamond or whatever it is
that opportunity and run with it.
Take that opportunity because it's not bragging on you. It's using an award that your office gave you. So
we're bragging on you. So
we're bragging on you. So you're just sharing it, right?
Use it. Yes, absolutely.
A couple other things we wanted to update. So
yes, office exclusives and the sneak peek. So for those of you that are following along, Bright is now requiring the same thing that CVR and other RAIN MLSs are doing, and that is entry into the MLS, guys, within 2 days of taking that listing agreement. It doesn't matter if you're going active. I know so many people are like, my people aren't ready. I've got pictures, I've got sign, I can't do it in 2 days. That's fine. Do it the way you've always done it. But you now have to get the office exclusive form signed. You now have to upload the form in Bright, and you now have to enter it into a status called Office Exclusive Active, or you can do Office Exclusive Coming Soon. Now, there is a glitch in the system. If you do Office Exclusive, it's bright, there's a glitch. If you do Office Exclusive Coming Soon, and you've gone 21 days, there is a glitch with getting it to go Coming Soon when you actually put it on Coming Soon. Bright is advising the workaround of just re-entering the listing, copying it, and reposting it as a Coming Soon. But you do have to have the listing active in office status in the MLS. I've sent out a couple of different emails. I've given you screenshots. I've given you instructions. Please make sure you look back at those. If you can't find them, look through your junk mail. It's very, very important that you guys be in compliance on that because they are fining. They've got 2 different systems they're running concurrently now, picking up data, so they are fining. We need to make sure we're doing it right. So what we've done is now created
making chicken salad out of it.
We are. I'm making lemonades out of those lemons, baby.
Oh, that's better. That's
lemonades
better.
out of lemons. Chicken salad out of the chickens. You're going to slaughter chickens. That's supposed to be great.
You didn't know the rest of that set?
Making chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets out of chicken salad?
No,
that's
chicken
worse.
salad
It's getting worse, guys.
You really don't know the saying?
No. It's lemons out of lemonade.
No, it's chicken salad out of chicken something SS. Chicken. Just move on.
I think he's trying to say chicken shit, but it's not going to say it online. All right. So
yes,
moving right along.
That's where that saying goes.
Yes. All right. Well, my saying of lemon and lemonade's better. But what we've done is because we have to put them in the MLS, they're going to fine you if they don't. What we've decided is like, okay, let's use it to all of our agents' advantage. So we are pulling that office exclusive list every morning. Paula is doing a fantastic job. She's pulling it out of all the broker portals. She is putting on the office sneak peek page. If you look at the main dashboard of the Cardinal Nest, scroll to the right, more resources, office sneak peek. It's also in the left nav bar. But there is on the top, you have your featured listings. If you want to submit the form and you want to give the property determined price and you want to give a nice little property, just cozy little 3-bedroom, whatever you want to say, you will be featured at the top. But if you continue to scroll down on that page, just one section, it is the office exclusive page. What is promoted there is your name, your phone number, the address.
Not your phone number.
Oh, the phone number dropped off. I had it on the original list. The name, the address, city, state. It does not give price. It doesn't, because this is the feedback I'm getting. Does everybody know my price? What if I change it? No, we are not displaying price. We are not displaying when it's going to go active. Agents can look at the sneak peek page, can put an email or a call into you to say, hey, I saw that you have this listing coming up on Wendell Street. When are you going active and what's your price? You make the decision whether or not you want to show that property or whether you don't. You make the decision on whether you want to talk price or you don't. Your marketing strategy stays the same. We are just leveraging the power of almost 6,000 agents to say, guys, this is what's coming soon on the market. And if we can work those deals where your buyers get, if you've got a client that doesn't want 95 people into their house on a weekend, they just want a good solid offering, can move forward, then we've got the ability to operate within that, really just leveraging the power of our data in a way that we're now getting it out of Bright that we've never been able to get out of Bright before.
And as a listing tool, it's impressive. If you just pop that open when you're sitting at the listing table, be like, look, you sign this now. I can maybe list 6,000 people are going to look at this for the next couple days, weeks, months until we're ready to go.
We're getting the best
as
of
a
both
buyer's
worlds.
agent, you can show them that there's stuff that you have the inside scoop on nobody does. And as a listing agent, you can say it could be exposed here. Look, you don't have to buy or sell or transact. And frankly, I don't love doing any transactions before they hit the market because I think that's the best way to get, as a seller. As a buyer, sometimes you get a good deal, right? But as a seller, I like exposing it to the market personally, unless the seller just really doesn't want to. But I think
it depends on what side
if we have to put this information in, then let's use it to our advantage and have this great list that people have.
And I'm going to tell you, I used it last night. I had a buyer call me at 10 o'clock last night, totally freaking out that there was no inventory on the market. And what does that mean? So I'm like, well, let's see what our office sneak peek board says. And I opened it up and I'm like, I've got 4 properties coming. Here, 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 and here. I'm going to reach out to those agents. But now that you're ready to go, I've got some data to share with them. It calmed them down that more inventory was coming. So use it to your advantage. Cece.
Sarah, what's the difference if I have a listing ready to go in 24 hours or 48 hours, coming soon, just right as you?
Then in that particular case, you would just do it. You would just do it. It has the issue there, Cece, is the data has to be in Bright in some capacity within 2 days. So if I take a listing on Monday, by Wednesday I need to be inputting. It either has to be active, coming soon, or office exclusive status.
Okay.
It just has to be in there, and it has to be published.
It's just
where
pretty.
Bright can
It's
see
pretty
it.
rare that you're ready to go physically active in 48 hours. So it's more likely you're going to hit this status on some way.
The majority of our listings should have an office exclusive because they're not ready in 2 days.
They
They're
could be ready to go
3
coming
or 4
soon,
weeks, whatever. I'm
2
thinking
days,
about it, whatever. But just we've put it as an office template in all the templates that drop down from SkySlope. We've put it as a templated form so that you can use it. If you don't need it, don't use it. Right? But we've put it in there to make it easy for you. I think there's a question in the back. Zach, I saw a hand.
On the
Run,
hop,
run,
on the
Zach,
hop, Zachary.
run.
Hey,
Yes.
just a quick clarification.
Yes.
You actually have to upload the office exclusive form into Bright.
You do, and if you look at my instructions, if for whatever reason you did not get the instructions, email me, sarahm@samsonproperties.net. I'll forward them back to you. Right now, because there are 2 different systems they're running out of, the systems have not merged. So they're thinking the merger is going to take place in about 30 days. So right now we're running concurrently on both systems so that nobody gets fined. And as soon as I can stop that upload, trust me, I'll be the first person to email out and say, stop that step. You don't have to do it anymore. Yep.
Couple other things.
Hello, Florida.
We did launch in Florida. We are virtual for now. We do not have an
Yes.
office. We've had many questions about that. We are not going to have physical brick and mortar for a little
Yes.
bit. We'll see how it goes. Look, if we've got a concentration of agents in a certain area, maybe we'll look to open our first office there. It will say Naples on as the principal broker because that's where Miss Deb lives right now. So our actual office is Miss Deb's house.
Yes.
But we may open offices in the future. We'll see. But I appreciate everybody's excitement about this. But if you want to get your Florida license, great, get that. You do have to go
You have to
to
be
Florida.
on Florida soil to
You
take
have to
that
test
test.
in Florida to get that. But it's a great thing to have. But it also lets us now refer stuff in house. And about 100, 150, 200 agents that already worked for us in some capacity had Florida licenses somewhere else. So we might have an influx of Florida agents within 30, 60 days here. So we're excited about that.
And I will tell you, it's the little bit of the wild, wild west down there. Florida is unlike anything I've ever seen, and I thought Maryland was bad. But Florida's a little cray-cray. So I would say if you have any questions.
What does cray-cray mean?
A little cray-cray.
Okay. Is that like chicken salad?
No, this is just cray-cray.
right.
You're cray-cray. You're cray-cray with your chicken salad. I will tell you that if you have any questions, go ahead and call Deb because Deb is a great resource.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
Okay.
We also have a couple new offices.
Yeah,
Just to
we
remind
do.
you, we have an office in Burtonsville. Used to be the Realty Executives Premier Office. John Birch and his great group came over. So we do have our Burtonsville offices now open for Samson
Yes,
agents.
and we do have some space there if you're interested in that. atorres@samsonproperties.net.
Yes, we do have some rentable offices there. Martinsburg, we're going to do our big grand opening. There's another slide on this in a second. But next Thursday, the 29th, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Yes.
For those that don't know, and we're going to have some graphs that get shared with everybody here soon about market share in Northern Virginia and some other areas. But last year, we had just opened 16, 17 months ago in West Virginia, in Charlestown. Last year, we sold more homes, Samson Properties did, than any company in all of the state of
They
West
are
Virginia.
kicking
We are number one in the state of
tushy
West
out
Virginia.
there, kicking tushy.
Awesome stuff. So we are now opening another our new Martinsburg office, which we're excited about because I hear there's even more Martinsburg agents than Charlestown agents. So I think our growth is going to be tremendous. The last office down there was Richmond downtown. Just a reminder that is out there for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Some upcoming HQ to use that we want to put on your radar.
So we love HQ to use, guys. That's where we bring our staff out to the field to teach lead generation classes, marketing, media classes, how to use different technology stacks in your business to be able to grow your business. So we come out, we do an Ask Me Anything where the floor gets opened up for Donnie and I. You can ask any questions, personal, business, company, anything you want to know. We will share that with you. We have a lot of opinions, if nothing else.
At least Sarah does.
We have a
So
lot of
Tyson's, National Harbor, Charlestown, and Lake
Yes.
Ridge. Put those on your calendar. We'd love to see you all. Those are very
Come
spread
out
out.
and spend the day with us.
All over our footprint so we can service you in all the different areas and have great days of learning and education together.
Look at that, St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day theme. So our next sales meeting will be March 20th here. So third Wednesday of the month back here at Chantilly headquarters. Just a heads up on that.
Yes, we've got
Talk
a new.
about this.
Yeah, we've got a new Samson Cares event. This is something that's very special to
That
Chris's
logo
heart.
with the American flag inside the paw print is fantastic.
I love that, don't you? I want a shirt with that logo and paw print. Yes, they're doing a 31-mile dog walk
Chris, you on
challenge.
that?
So, Chris is going to get me a logo flag with a dog print. Walk your dog 1 mile a day in March to support the military community. Email Chris M at samsonproperties.net. Chris is heading that up for anybody that wants to participate in that with her.
Now, Sarah, you actually have to walk with the dog. You can't just put it on the treadmill for a mile.
I do walk my dogs every day. I don't know that I go quite a mile.
Well, there you go. Hashtag goals.
Hashtag goals.
So 31-mile dog walk challenge in March. It sounds great.
Yes, to support, and it's there to support and stop soldier suicide.
So a partner spotlight. Sarah could talk more about that, but we've made some changes in our Samson Property Management Department that we're super excited about, and we wanted to share those with you.
Yeah, absolutely. We are pulling all of our property management resources back in-house. We had grown in such a way that there were so many of our people that wanted to utilize Samson Property Management, but the problem was that we were not servicing clients where we did a great job. We weren't servicing them consistently and controlling risk a lot because we had 36 different property managers doing 300 plus properties, and they were doing them 36 different ways with 36 different fees and 36 different agreements. And we really wanted to get some centralized control over that liability and create a company and a service that was of the highest expectation, the highest service level that we could get for your clients that you wanted to put back in property management. So we have restructured that department. We've pulled it back in-house, and we're in the process of transitioning all of that over the next 60 days from our previous model to our new model that we are super excited about and love. We've got 2 property managers now, experienced property managers that are handling the book of the business. Christine Price has been working with us for a long time and did a lot of Donnie's previous property management clients, as well as Brittany Hampton, licensed in Maryland, DC, and Virginia. They are doing a great job transitioning those clients and portfolio members over. We've got an staff property scheduler, maintenance property scheduler, that's going to be handling all of the repairs and scheduling and maintenance issues. We're putting new systems in, we're putting new processes in, we're giving new benefits packages to the tenants as well as to the landlords to protect their largest investment, which is their property, but also make the tenants happier tenants, because happier tenants turn over less and do less damage, right? So we're really focusing on both sides of the spectrum, not just the agent doing the business, but we're focusing on how do we really service that business at a high level. So we are open and ready for your referrals. They are ready to take those on.
Ready?
We are open and ready.
Okay, I thought you were going to say wait.
I'm not going into a full court press with this because we'll do that next month, but we are open and ready. If you've got referrals, they're ready to take them. And there may also be a few referral bonuses kicked in. If you refer your client over, you get a little ching-ching.
There's a lot of benefit to us, really. You're going to hear us talk more about this because I think that there's a large percentage, 80-90% of our agents that didn't really even know that we had Samson Property Management because we haven't really pushed it. We're going to push it in a meaningful way now and really take great care of your clients and be offered out referral bonuses to these referrals that you bring in the future where we couldn't really do it with our old style. So we're really excited about this. You're going to hear more about it. Yes, I guess we could take your referrals now.
We can take your referrals now.
I thought we were going to full court press last month.
Well, I have a full court press, yeah.
Sarah's got a little bit of Danny in her that can't hold back the good news. So there we go. We're going to go with that. So Samson Property Management, we're excited about moving forward in a more meaningful way with this company.
Yeah, so next month, thank you so much for that.
And that is run by the great Beth Dunn and
Yep.
Jeff Taylor. They do a fantastic job. They're going to help run this department for us.
And they're doing a great job, and the focus is on, again, supporting our agents, supporting their business. The majority of people doing property management do it incorrectly. They don't have the right coverage. They don't have the right licensure. They just assume they can do it under the real estate license. Well, depending on where they are, that is true or not true. So we want to make sure that everybody stays in compliance and gets a little money on it too. We want to make sure that our agents get the money, but at the same time, we just want to keep everybody safe.
So we touched on this a little bit before, but we have our big grand opening next Thursday, 3 to 5 o'clock, Martinsburg, West Virginia. The address is there. Great office we built out. It used to be a doctor's office. They've remodeled it. It looks fantastic. So we're ready to rock and roll. They'll have a grand opening party and ribbon cutting next Thursday, 3 to 5.
Oh my gosh, that means Donnie's coming out with a big sizzle.
Yes,
again.
I can't wait. Afterwards, I'm going to do something different. It's kind of power hour. Just an hour educational session. So if you're in that West Virginia area watching this, or you have a recruit that wants to come and learn, they can come experience some of the grand opening. Then from 5 to 6, I'm going to kind of go over a streamlined lunch and learn, all the key points about Samson and why they should want to join us. Question and answer scenario for anybody, locally, but also recruits that want to come in and learn about Samson. So 5 to 6, we'll do a power hour event afterwards next Thursday.
Yes.
Remember, you can always get recruiting rewards by bringing your friends and introducing them to me, either by email or bringing them to a lunch and learn.
All that information's on the Nest. Please look at it.
Always on joinsamson.com. You can find the most updated list, but just as a Refresher tomorrow will be in Columbia at Seasons 52. Next Wednesday, Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and Tyson's in the same building as our Tyson's office. March 7th, we're going to be at Bobby McKee's.
Dueling piano
So
bar. Nice
afterwards,
job.
we'll be doing some dueling piano stuff. So not really, just
Not
kidding.
really.
And then one more on the schedule, Tuesday, March 12th at Martinsburg at the Hilton Garden Inn near our new Martinsburg office.
Do you know how to play the piano? That might be fun.
I don't. Meredith can play a couple.
Right,
can play a couple songs.
We'll bring Meredith in.
There
She
you
can
go.
do the piano bar.
Do the thing from Big. Dun, 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 dun. But we got a couple things. So we've got a couple opportunities to come see us and learn about lunch and learn about Samson in the near future. There, all over. Now we're gonna do some trivia and then bring up some guests.
Trivia.
Online, Chris, are you ready? Okay, we got online ready. So this first one's for online.
And you need to give your name and the answer. We don't know who
Name
you are.
and your answer. This is not for people in the crowd to yell out yet. Okay, the first
ready.
question, there'll be a phone number to text in and you can answer it.
When and where is our grand opening next week? Name and location.
Don't be yelling
Text
out.
it in,
No,
text
you
it in.
can text it from where you're sitting, but you can no yelling
Text
out.
it in.
Now while they're texting that one, our second question is for the in-house audience. So this is a hand not a
only,
scream,
please.
Bethany Durham. All right. Second question. What Samson department did we feature in our partner spotlight today? Hand in the back. Hand in the back.
Yes,
Property
ma'am.
management. She gets a
yes,
prize.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so do you like to do open houses? Do you like to do open houses?
Do you like to do open houses?
We are going to give you this pop-up
get this
open
thing
house
out of the way.
My very large.
Half the screen is the Virginia
Yes.
Tech Oak cookie water
This
bottle.
pop-up open house stand donated by NVA Signs.
There you go.
Yes.
I want you to bring it out right now. And
Yeah,
see
we
if
want
can
you to set it up so that
no,
we know
I
what
want
it looks
you
like.
to set it up.
I don't know how to set it up.
All right.
There you go. It's heavy.
Do we have
It's
any
not like-
online answers yet?
Chris Urick, nice
Chris
job.
Urick. Martinsburg, West Virginia. We got it right here. You texted in. It's fair and square.
All right.
Texted from the front row of the actual sales meeting, but that's a win.
All right, we are going to give you this polo, Samson swag. Samson swag. There you go.
There you go. There you go, Chris. All right. So, without further ado, I think after that we've got, well, let's do this. As Carrie's coming up, we're going to show you our latest capture report.
Yes.
So we've redone these a little bit for this year. Hi, Carrie.
Good morning.
Well, we'll go over these, then bring you up here if that's okay. So we've got our Virginia capture report. So this is, we've broken them into regions here, to show the percentage. So the percentage are our buyer sides that are coming to Cardinal Title Group.
Yes. So if you break them out, we look at Virginia and West Virginia. You guys are closing 45% of your buyers at Cardinal Title. Thank you so much. That looks great. And Maryland, D.C. is 38%. So we have an average capture of 43%. You guys, we would love to see more business. There is absolutely no reason why we are not carrying more business through Cardinal Title in our different areas. So we would love to be able to step that up.
And then we did this to break it down into kind of more regions. So we've broken into 5 different regions based on the sections that we are kind of around the calendar.
And then on the slide as well shows the different offices and what comprises which region, right? Because it may not be completely intuitive, so we wanted to make sure that everybody could find their office.
So we can see here, Northern Virginia crushing at 50%.
Northern Virginia,
fantastic.
you rock, people.
Guys, when you talk about all the, there you go, clap it up on
Good clap, yes.
We talk about, how we want to pour back in and do more things for, whether it's, more get-togethers or more stuff or more classes or more tools or more things for Samson.
More top producer takeovers or more awards and more
stuff, right?
Resources and tools
more
and technology.
Back into you all. If we could get the other regions to be closer to that 50% number, it would make a dramatic difference. So, it's certainly possible in Northern Virginia. I'm shocked at just how high that is. 50% is fantastic. The other regions, 35, 36, 38, 39, good. But if we can get them up 41, 43, 45, 47.
Just a small incremental change makes
a
huge
big difference in everything we do.
To the resources that we can bring into play.
With that being said, let's bring in our fearless leader of Cardinal Title Group, our
Carrie
president, Miss
Lindsay.
Carrie Lindsay.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Carrie, you have some fun stuff to share today. Did you know that?
I do. I'm full of good news today. Happy to be here. Great to see everybody. We are trying something new, and what we have on the screen is an example and a little sample of what we're going to be doing. So we realized we want to pour back into you as well, directly from Cardinal. And one of the ways we can do that is we have so much data about contracts that we want to start sharing with you on a weekly basis. So this is just a little sprinkling of the contracts that we received this week. And a couple of the things we're keeping track of here are the contract price. If it's coming in at the list price,
Zach,
if it's
can you make
greater
that a
than
little
less
bit bigger
than.
for the home people to see and the people in the...
And
There you
then
go.
cash or financing. For example, this one we had 20% cash, 80% financing. So these are the kind of things we're going to share with you on a weekly basis. This is just a sample, and it's just Virginia, but we're going to do this for all the jurisdictions once we get rolling. We're also looking at seller subsidy, the home inspection, how that's being treated.
70% no on subsidy, 30% yes.
Well, it
Interesting.
does make it a little bit, it's encouraging that 30% are still getting some kind of seller subsidy on
is.
it.
Well,
But look at that 20% cash. Wow.
Well, on the left, they see 20% lower than list price, probably the same
Yeah.
20 or 30% that are getting seller subsidy, which are really overpricing situations
Mm-hmm.
probably in this market. But 40% higher than list price, 40% at list price. Those things are super interesting.
Financing contingency, 50-50 on that with the contracts that we analyzed this week. So very interesting that it's an equal split on that. And for appraisal, we've got 80% yes and 20% no. So these are things we want to be able to share with you on a weekly basis once we have this rolling. These are just for Virginia, but we'll also be doing it for the other jurisdictions. And then interestingly here with the home inspection too, 60% waived for the home inspection. So I thought that was interesting to see also what's really happening out there in Virginia.
Well, and then 30% were void only.
Yeah.
When you combine those two,
Wow.
it's
Yeah, look at
basically
that.
90%.
Yeah,
They're saying up front, I'm not going to ask for any repairs.
That's amazing.
90%
Yeah.
of the contract. So when you say people really want that home inspection, then they're behind the 8 ball, at least of the 90% of ratified contracts that we had at Cardinal. So that's crazy.
And we're really happy to be able to provide this in real time. So each week we'll look at this data and we'll share it that same week. So it'll be the most recent data that we can possibly provide to share with all of you to make the right decisions and help your clients get those homes. And then last but not least, we have this for contract to close. You can see here 45% of the contracts we received closed within 21 to 25 days. So really almost the majority there, 45% in that window.
And it looks like only 22% were over 30 days. So
Yeah.
almost everybody's 30 days or less at this point, which is, means that people they're quick. I would have actually expected a little bit more in the 30 to 45 day range myself, but I guess they're hot to trot. They're hot to trot. But
Yeah.
That was out of all the slides that we looked at before. This one was probably the most surprising to me that there were so many that were in that 25 day or less or 30 day or less range. I would have thought it was more 50-50-ish, but not really the case.
Yeah, and I think when we have more, this is going to really reveal more when we have more contracts each week because it's really varied just on the few that we've looked at. That has been a real swing. So it'll be interesting to see how the pie's set up when we have more data for that too.
Absolutely. So what is this award you getting here?
Oh my gosh, well
Brag on us. Brag on you.
well, it's not me, it is our team. And our team, led by Stephanie Smith, our operations manager, Stephanie is the reason we're getting this award. She is behind the scenes at Cardinal and such an important person to our operation. So Old Republic let us know that we're going to be a recipient of the Shining Star Award for Operational Excellence.
Woohoo! Yeah.
I'm so proud of our team for getting this award because these are mostly behind the scenes operation things that we've done well and really been recognized by Old Republic for doing that. So it's the first time Cardinal has received this award and we're really, really thrilled to receive it. It's a really big deal to us and we're ecstatic.
That's
Yes.
awesome. Congratulations.
Awesome stuff. There you go. Also in the Washington Business Journal, what happened?
Number 3 for the largest title companies in the DMV.
Nice
Third largest title
job.
company here.
Nice job, Sam Fam.
This is great stuff, and it's stuff that if you're on the other side, to have these things in your back pocket and you're writing in and somebody shows some resistance to go into Cardinal, having this stuff, these awards that the Cardinals, you could say, well, look, they're the third largest in the Washington Business Journal. They're winning excellence awards. They do an excellent job, and those are things that you all know, but can help share with the other side to help convince them. So, we'll do some nice, we should start to include these in some graphics and some flyers.
Yeah, we'll do
so
some
that
marketing
you can
graphics
distribute.
for you guys to use as well.
Yeah, because we want to make it as easy as possible for you to get those deals to Cardinal.
Congratulations to everybody at Cardinal. That's a big accomplishment. We're really proud of it. And 2 people in particular, we have a processor and post-closer of the month every month. Katie in our Charlestown office is processor of the month for January.
Nice job.
And Rosie Kinney right downstairs in Chantilly is post-closer of the month for January.
There you
Nice
go.
job.
And They each get a bonus and a lot of accolades, so we're really happy to have them both. They're both really important parts of our team, as is everybody, and we have such a great team. That's how we became number 3 in the Washington Business Journal and why we're getting this great award, the Shining Star Award from Old Republic. So great job, everybody at Cardinal. Couldn't do this without you guys. You're the best team in the business.
Awesome.
There
And
you
if
go.
you see Katie or Rosie, give them a good kudos.
There you go. That's any questions for Miss Carrie about anything Cardinal related before we let her exit stage left? But great data today she's bringing in. There you go. He's already moved to this side of the room. He stopped doing that. So.
Hi. Do you plan to break down the statistics that you're going to be showing every week? I saw that you're going to do Northern Virginia, but are you going to break it down further into like Fairfax, Loudoun, or Office, or?
Probably not by office. It's possible for us to do more of a Northern Virginia and then more of like a Spotsylvania, Fredericksburg area. So that's something we've talked about. But at this point, we're just going to start off with Virginia and then maybe drill down a little bit as we go.
Love it. Those are really valuable to us. That's great.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for keeping us so busy and allowing us to get that number 3 spot. It really is a boost for everybody at Cardinal. We appreciate all your business.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Oh, we got one more in the back.
Thank you. I just had a quick question about the appraisal statistics that you're showing as well. I would be curious to know if you're going to be detailing if the appraisals that are waived versus not waived, even the ones that are not waived, do they have some kind of gap attached to that?
Yeah, how did you clarify those?
Yes, I think we counted that, but I don't know which side it went in the statistics, so I'll have to clarify that. I don't know.
I would guess it would go into the wave, but I'm not sure.
Me too, but I'm not sure which way we counted it.
We'll confirm that in the future. Maybe a second category or a third category for, not
Appraisal,
waived,
but gap.
waived,
But
but with a
gap,
gap, some gap protection, something like that, so that we can kind of delineate how many are doing that. 20% is not waived at all, or whatever the case may be. So maybe 3 categories in the future. That was kind of what I was thinking too when I was staring at it, but we'll work on that.
Yeah, we're refining it. I just wanted to give everybody a sample today so you could see what we're going to do. I think it's going to be a great and really helpful tool for everybody.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think some graphics are on that, and in our weekly emails that Cardinal sends out to you all, we're going to be able to include some of these reports too, which is great.
Yeah, we're excited about it. All right, thanks everybody. Have a good
Beautiful.
one.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carrie. All right, now introducing our guest speakers for the day from the Major Key Group, my man Arturo Salemi and Chris Urich.
Here we go. Hey, guys.
You guys got some great stuff to share with us.
Hopefully.
You guys, I'm just moving over here.
Hopefully.
You can go over there. So,
I was going to come out and start speaking in Spanish.
were you? Do it.
Bienvenidos a Univi Samson. How's everybody doing?
Sí,
Good to see y'all.
señorita.
This is weird. I'm kind of like jittery. I feel like I'm like Jay-Z and Beyonce in real estate.
You're
here.
not nervous anywhere,
Not at
Arturo.
all. Not at all. My name is Arturo Salemi. Samson, obviously, best company in the world. Thank you, Cardinal.
There you
Thank
go.
Samson. Alexandria office, Jess, that's my broker. Shout out.
What's up, Jess?
My beautiful wife was supposed to be here, but she couldn't make it, so I brought my male model, lead agent, bodyguard.
My name's Chris Urich. Nice to meet you all.
Male model, I like it.
I'll take it. It's a compliment.
I mean, something's got to balance this. All right. You laughed a little too hard at that one.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Mike Briggs, too. Don't get to be here often.
There you
So,
go.
Mike. We wanted to honestly share a couple tips in regards to a story, something that's going on currently with us that's a great source of success, but it can be a downfall for agents going after expireds. I'll let Chris actually tell the story in regards to our success.
Yeah, so we wanted to share a little bit of a success story with you before we got into the 5 do's and don'ts of listing properties. So one of our newer agents, Brandon Hatchett, he has found some success in calling on canceled and expired listings lately. I think he's got, 2 closings coming up that stem from canceled and expires. So congrats to him. Round of applause for Brandon Hatchett.
3 more listings coming up in the next, I believe,
Yeah, 3 more
month
listings
as well.
that stem from that
That's
as well.
awesome.
So the reason we bring that up is because Brandon's capitalizing on what realtors aren't doing right. You know what I mean? That's why they're falling into that expired and canceled category. So what we want to do is show you the 10 ways to stay off of Brandon's expired and canceled call list, okay? So let's dive right into it.
It's the 5 do's and don'ts of staying off Brandon's list.
There
is
you
what we
go.
call it.
The 5 do's and don'ts of staying
All right,
off
the 5
Brandon's
things
list.
you absolutely should be doing, and this one kind of it threw a little curveball at me today. I don't know if it's going to change when MLS gets their stuff together as far as coming soon, because the way we like to operate when it comes to selling listings is we know that people are buying, statistically saying, NAR is saying people are shopping online first. They're looking at your property well before they decide to meet with realtors. What we need to do is make sure that we're doing the best we can with it coming soon. Dumping a property on the market on a random day doesn't really give anybody a heads up, especially us realtors with buyers who are looking for properties. Coming soon, at least 7 days, is something vital in my opinion. Not every property you can, so it's not where you're gonna be able to push that every single time, but it's something that's huge for us to get the best traction results for our sellers, right? This is all from a seller's mindset.
I'd
So-
say a minimum of 7 days, listing on a Thursday coming soon, and 7 days going live that next Thursday, which brings us into number 2, Thursday active date. The reason why we want to go at least 7 days coming soon is because that's how you build up the interest, and by the time you go active on Thursday, you should have a ton of foot traffic coming into your listing.
One other thing I'm going to add on that before you guys jump too much forward is, I know Casey's big on that too, and doing that predictive analytics with that week. It's the same stuff you're advertising is, look, judge how you get in that week. Judge what that traffic looks like on Bright. Judge the hits, judge the favorites, judge the showings that are set up. If you're dry or nobody's liking it or nobody's favoriting it on Bright and nobody's setting up showings, then you're at the wrong price point, guys. And you can judge that before you go active and don't make that mistake. If you price it at $6.99 or $7.20, which you're going to talk about in a second here, but if you price it at $7.20 and you're not hearing anything from anybody out there, then fix it before you go live on that Thursday that you're mentioning here. Get it to a price point where you are going to get all that action. But you're going to talk about that. But just use that week. Don't just use it to say, oh, I hope it worked. Analyze who's hitting it, who's talking to it, who's setting up showings, and then act accordingly when you go to that Thursday active date.
One of the red flags of the indicators is exactly that. You list it today for a week coming soon and you have no showings the day before you're supposed to go live, you may have missed something.
Yeah.
Right.
It's one of 3 things: price, location, and condition when you break it down. So,
But if the location and condition are wrong, then the
the
price,
price
can
needs
fix
to be
those
adjusted.
things.
Exactly. Either that or pick up or move
Price
the house.
cures all ails, right?
Unless you could pick up the house and move it. It's a couple properties.
Right.
But, so yeah, absolutely true. You want to kind of gauge what the market's doing in reaction to your listing. You're the new item that people want to look at. You want to see, hey, how are they reacting to it? Am I getting showings? Kind of preemptive. I'm going to say this out there because I like to put it as a kind of a set expectation for myself. I don't tell this to sellers often, but if I see 3 to 5 showings, and I've done the coming soon, before we even hit or even upload all the pictures, I'm expecting about 1 offer for every 3 to 5 showings. Again, we've done it before where it shows great online, you go through it and it's a catastrophe. That goes further into preparing and everything like that, but that's what I'd like to see as a benchmark, and it's honestly what I think we've seen in the last 15 to 20 listings that we've had is that kind of foot traffic will result in about 1 or 2 showings, or one to 2 offers for every 3 to 5 showings, ideally. So that's a good statistic to kind of keep an eye out for. If you don't have that, then there's normally a delta somewhere that you actually have to adjust on that or improve the price, as people say. So,
Right.
Yep. So are we on 2 or 3?
well, we went live on Thursday. So what happens now?
Perfect. So Thursday, the reason why I like to go live on a Thursday is because that gives Thursday, Friday, Saturday to have the property open for showings, and then by Sunday night you should have a couple offers in hand and ratify so that you start the week under contract. So that's my advice. That's what I think Thursday is the best day.
Thursday for sure. I mean, if people are going to set the alert on Thursday, probably looking at during lunch / while they're in the bathroom or doing other weird stuff, they're going to plan out their weekend for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let's be real. This is how buyers are buying online first. So if you know this, then you know who your audience is, right? Pricing it correctly is definitely going to be a linchpin, and that's number 3 to this one. If you're looking online, we live in an exclusionary world, unfortunately. You're more likely to tell me what you don't want than what you do want. Great thing, but this is where Redfin and other websites like this they're controlling what the buyers are seeing first. 220 million clicks a day on Zillow, Redfin, who knows what they're getting, but they figured out the model that 9 out of 10 buyers will go with the first agent they meet. Hats off to them, but how are they looking at properties? So you want to attract those buyers, you got to know a couple different things. I don't know if you can zoom in a little bit there, but there's different price points that these exclusionary mindset kind of prevents you from seeing or knowing. We were talking about this earlier with another cohort at the office. Pricing your property as simple as $501,000 is the equivalent of pricing it up to $550,000. People don't realize that, and I say this because these websites, anywhere under $500,000, the bracket, the increments that you actually jump, about $25,000. You get to $500,000, it goes up to $50,000. You exceed $1 million, it's not $100,000, it's $250,000 brackets. So the second you put a dollar past that numerical threshold, they have to look to that next bracket in order for your house to even exist. Pricing at that lower threshold brings in everybody that's approved to that number Most of the buyers I know, they're approved up to what, 600, 700.
Right.
They're probably shopping in the 550 to 600, trying to stay under their threshold. They have that little wiggle room to go a little bit further. Get their eyes on your property too. That's the other thing when it comes to pricing strategy.
That's why I was bringing up the 609, the 619 example before. Guys, price it at that 599, that 600 number. You're going to be the best one under that price bracket. You're going to get all the competition. It's going to get a bit up to the 609, 615, 620, 630. But if it's 609, 619, and nobody sees it, it's not going to compare to the 649s, under this example. It's not going to look as good, not going to look as pretty, has as big a yard, the extra bedroom, whatever it is. So get to the best price point. And if the competition is there, be like, well, what if we don't get the interest at 600? Well, then it definitely wasn't worth 609 if you didn't get the interest at 600, right? If you drop it in the water at 600 and everybody's on it, then you're going to get the multiple offers. You're going to get the contingencies you want. You're going to get the terms you want. So price it at that appropriate price point. I love that point that you guys brought back up here, because that was a big one with me for years, and it's fun to see that hasn't changed, because I loved that. Pricing right over a price drop or a price peak was just death, in my opinion.
And one extra little thing that goes with the pricing, let's say you do throw it out there and you don't have the traction you want. Well, dropping it by $1,000 or $5,000 on a $500,000 house really isn't going to trigger these websites that do that algorithmic push to all these buyers saying, hey, look at the new property that just dropped. You kind of have to do about a 3% price drop in order for that to happen. Most websites at least are looking for that, to say, hey, look at the recently reduced property likely to go under contract soon. Second thing you have to do is, since we're all scrolling on our phones, change the cover picture. They're seeing the same house when they scroll for 10, 14 days. Change the cover picture, put a new price. Watch how the engagement goes boom, right out. And that's what you need when you're actually going to go and try to sell your listing.
Put your male model in front.
Yep. I've done that a couple times, but Bright said no.
You tried that, they weren't.
Bright said no.
Don't put your male model in front.
Next one, staging.
Staging. Oh, this is my favorite. So,
and guys, I want to preface this. This is coming from a broke mindset. I'm not saying staging, and we weren't saying this, and spending $10,000 if you don't have it, versus more so the feng shui of a place. Right. Decluttering, how it presents, how well it looks. We can only do so much.
Who thought Arturo was going to stand up and talk about feng shui?
I don't even know how to spell it, so relax. My wife said that's a good word, so I'm using it. Love you.
Yeah.
Staging.
So staging. So I can't tell you how many times I've brought a qualified buyer into a property that checked all the boxes for them and was priced competitively, but for some reason they just didn't like it because it didn't feel like home for them. It didn't draw them in. They weren't interested because they couldn't see themselves sitting in that living room or working from that home office because it's just an empty box. When there's no staging. So, and statistically, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but they sell much faster and for much more money when they're staged, correct?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And not to intercept Casey and somebody else's thoughts, but I was sitting on his Zoom yesterday, and they do a big push on this. It's about, if we're at customary condition, it's one price. If it's below that, it's not staged, doesn't look good, it's going to sell for 5, 6, 7% less. If it looks better and it's got the upgrades and it looks nice and it's staged, it can sell for 6, 7% more. Well, that's a huge delta there, which doesn't cost a ton of money sometimes to make something look great. So I think that the more you dive into this concept, he actually goes as far as to saying, be wary of the listing agents coming behind you and interviewing, saying, oh, we can list it just as it is. You don't have to do anything. Because those people are just trying to get out of there easy without doing any work. You have to stage it. You have to make it look nice. Even if it's a super crazy market like this, it will make the 5 or 10% difference in your sales price at the end of the day.
I mean, not only that, but you're one of 5 to 10 properties buyers are going to look at this weekend, right? It's emotional. They fall in love with your property. It's game over for them. That's great for you as a selling agent. But how do you make it emotional? Again, depersonalizing it and staging it correctly, making it look like it could be my future house. So that is the big one.
Yep. Number 5's a good. This is a good one. This is another one I used to love back in the day. This is
from my dealership days. So I'm going to show my true colors here. I never did sales, but man, those cars look really good on the showroom floor, don't they?
Yeah.
It's 5:30 and it's dark outside, and we have these light bulbs that are fluorescent from looks like 1992 that take 7 hours to warm up. When you're out there, it's dark and dingy. It's an emotional process. You want your staging, your property to show the best, kind of like a dealership showroom floor. We have these light bulbs that we buy from Home Depot, it's like 4 for $15. They're 1,500 lumens. I mean, they burn your eyes looking at them. But when you walk into a property, flip the switch, and everything is just as bright as possible, is open, and it's 5:45 and the sun's already set. That's the difference between that. It just felt small and dark and dingy. And a lot of our buyers are shopping on Fridays and after 5 o'clock until we get more light until 8:30, 9 o'clock. This is one of those tips that I tell people, hey, listen, I'm going to inconvenience you and kind of make it uncomfortable when you go to the bathroom because it's going to be really bright. But this bathroom is going to show better than anyone else there. And literally, I'll go back there, and it's kind of funny.
There's a lot of bathroom talk today from Arturo.
Yeah. Spend a lot of time thinking about.
Lane's going to be so proud when she gets home and watches how much bathroom talk
I've
there
been
was
wiping
today.
butts for 10 years already. I got 4 kids, so don't talk to me about that. Okay.
All right, what are the 5 don'ts when you list a property?
Good question.
So you can stay off Brandon's list.
These are the ones. Overpromising, setting expectations, saying, man, yeah, your property will definitely get $400,000. Unless you're the one stroking the check or writing the offer, make sure you don't ever give that. Give a range. Be realistic in the fact that, hey, you can get anywhere from here to here from what we've seen statistically saying. Can somebody come in cash and give you more? Absolutely. But then there's a realistic truth of we have to go in against an appraisal. In some cases, as we're finding out. Thank you, Carrie, for the information. Some cases we're not, and that's where it's like you have to be realistic about how you're actually going to be moving forward when it comes to setting expectations. That's huge. Having the conversation about pricing today is 10 times easier than it is a week after it's gone live. At that point, they start looking at you like something has gone wrong. What is it that you're not doing because every other house is selling? Next one.
Stay in the house or talk to prospective buyers.
Don't do this.
Don't do this, yeah. So that goes for agents and for homeowners, right? So it gets a little awkward when we're touring properties and the homeowner's sitting on the couch, right? Or the agent's in there,
They're always the best salesman, right?
Right, yeah, exactly. So
Just dealt with it on Thursday. It was awkward.
number 3.
4
I like
people in a
this one.
bathroom. Again with the bathrooms, right?
Yes. That goes into number 3, overlapping showings, right? So go ahead, do your bathroom example.
Well, overlapping showings, I mean, these kind of go hand in hand, but it's uncomfortable when you got a tight spot. It's an 800 square foot condo and you got 2 people, 3 people, 4 people there. You run out of space real quick. That kitchen's only this wide. So what you want to do is kind of make sure that you allow people to have the time to stretch their legs in their house. And that's not always possible, which is fine. That's A-okay. There's certain situations where there's tenants or something like that, but if you can, for that first weekend, make everybody disappear. If I could, I'd give them a rental car like I used to do dealership and just send them on their way. But right now I'm thinking about just sending them to the Airbnb cabin so they can just get out of the way.
Right.
That's the kind of stuff that literally is going to make the impression for the buyer. If they spend 5 minutes there, they don't see everything, they don't feel comfortable. They have 4 other houses they want to go look at. They're not coming back to look at your house, not unless you do a price drop or improve the actual condition of the property. So huge one. Get out the way.
And think about the new home buyer who's going into one of their first or second showings and there's 2 or 3 other agents showing a property to 2 or 3 other families. It's a little discouraging for that first-time home buyer, right? So,
I mean, I've had it before where, this is before I got into real estate. We were looking at an open house with my wife, and the agent was there. He was saying something to another prospective buyer, which was a busy open house, great. She had about a 2-3-year-old, and she looked like she was expecting. She was. She's a great person, and we actually ended up meeting her. Point of the matter is, he said, yeah, the people that were living here, there was 3 kids, they outgrew the house. She was expecting twins. She didn't buy that house. She walked away. She instantly said, this house is too small for me, even though it's perfect, end unit townhouse in West Springfield, all this good stuff. It's funny what your limited beliefs can do to somebody else's. So don't do that.
right. Number 4, don't let it show like someone else's home. This is another favorite one of mine, kind of goes into the staging, right? So I said something yesterday that we both liked, it said, buyers don't want to see your house. They want to see their future house, right? So get all your personal stuff out of there, pictures, portraits, all that stuff, depersonalize it. Give them a neutral canvas so that they can visualize themselves and their family moving into that property.
Absolutely. Ooh, the last one. This one gets me. Selling a $500,000 house with your iPhone 6s shots sideways.
I love how it's iPhone 6s. Like the person that does the iPhone pictures all of a sudden has Danny Samson's iPhone.
It's the oldest one that still works, so I figured I might as well go with that reference.
I don't think it does anymore. They just made Danny turn in his iPhone 6 this week. I was texting him all day, and I was like, Dad, what? He's like, oh, I finally got a phone that works. My phone stopped dying. I was like, when did you last switch? He's like, 8 years ago, they told me. So he did. So I think he did what I sent 6. He goes, what'd you get now? He goes, I don't know. Whatever the one they gave me.
There's millions of people looking at this online. They're judging which houses they go look at and in what order based on what the property looks like to them first. This is where I don't want to get in trouble, but I'll say it to everybody at Samson. I love this office. I love this community. We have photography in-house. If you guys, for whatever reason, I know it's financially, it's another load. It's everything that you have to worry about as far as one more thing. If you don't have the means to get it done, reach out. Happy to get it done for you. If it closes, pay at closing. If it doesn't, hold me to it. I won't charge you. I'm more than happy to
Look
give
at Arturo.
Giving something back has been the best. Samson did it, Cardinal did it, and
Arturo going to pay for your photography.
you'll be shocked.
He's like, now you'll be joining a major key team in no time. But
There you go.
It's actually I do most of the photography for the office as far as our company.
That's
For-
true.
and
I forgot you
the
do it
drone.
yourself.
It's like a Best Buy in my office. I love it because I get to play. with the
Arturo
toys.
walked in today with a camera ready to start filming on.
It's in the back.
It's in the back.
We're vlogging when we're done
I
here.
thought I was getting vlogged over on the side somewhere.
Yeah, but literally that goes out for everyone. And I say this because we're representing one brand. We're under one umbrella. Not only that, you guys want to cash those checks. Put the effort in. I know this is hard to say when, again, times are tough. Sales are down. And everybody knows that it's resonated, but doesn't mean we don't give the effort now just because we don't have that means. We figure it out to get the best result for the client at the end of the day. That's what we're about.
Absolutely. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, thank you to Arturo and Chris. Any questions, for these
questions?
guys up here before I
Has anybody had any scenarios
let
where
them leave the stage here? Let them off the hook? Well, I mean, I think that what your do's and don'ts are great. They're great tips that sometimes we think, but we don't. Putting them in front of you to remind us about these things, are fantastic. So that's awesome stuff.
now, if you're also, I'm going to end with one thing.
you got
This is success story from another agent's route as far as what they find success in, calling expireds. These people have their hands up. They try to sell. They want to sell. They still have some reason to sell. I know my numbers very well. In the last 7 days in Northern Virginia, 21 houses have expired. 2 of those were new builds. 5 of those got relisted. That means there's 14 out there that are still having their hand up that want to still sell their house. Having the right conversation, the right skill set. It's a different question when you talk to somebody who's already tried it than somebody who's thinking about trying it. Plug for somebody else, Aaron Wittenstein on the social media groups, Objection Handling and Scripts. He's been a great coach to somebody like Brandon. But it's, again, the right approach, the right strategy for the right kind of action. If you're thinking that you're going to go out there and just wing it, probably success rate is going to be a little bit lower. But, again, if you do go down this route, or how do you avoid getting on that list, is ideally doing at least these things. From there, there's always more that you can improve on, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We got a question. Miss Cece over here. Zach, get on your horse. Not really your horse, just run.
Now you say don't overlap showing. I agree with it, but one more thing I would like to add. All agents should have etiquette of a showing. When I go into show with my client, I lock the door behind me.
Preach.
Some agent comes, just knock on the door all the time. If I was going in there, somebody's showing, I wait outside until they finish. I hope all the agents should have that etiquette, regardless whether it's overlapping or not overlapping. They shouldn't barge into somebody else's showing home. I recommend that everybody should lock the door behind us so they don't barge in. That's all.
So I think.
So bring an umbrella, because if it's raining, she's not letting you in now.
Yeah.
That's why I'm right there with you. I'm
See,
just-
I think.
Exactly, I'm right there with you.
I think that's one point of view, and I'm not going to say that you can't have that point of view. I would say that, reasonable minds can differ on that. I think we're going into a market right now where, look, and I think don't overlapping showings because you have a small condo in your example is a good example, but I don't think overlapping showings is going to be a realistic thing that you can do in a market coming up right now. If I list a single-family house in Burke for $750,000 in 3 weeks, you're going to get 42 showings in a weekend. It's not possible to not allow overlapping showings. You have to open up that calendar, and you have to be amenable to letting more people in at once. You can't have the house for an hour yourself. There's not 42 hours of showing ability in those 3 days to let everybody in. So I think that while that's true, CC, and you can conduct yourself the way you want to, I would personally probably be that guy knocking, saying, look, there's 5 of us out here. We all want to see this house today. So I think that if you're in a small condo and, okay, it's not reasonable, but if we're in a single family house and there's 4 people that need to show this house this hour, it might be like, look, we'll try to stay down. Where are you guys going? You're going up? All right, we'll start down and try to give each other as much space as possible. But I think we also have to work with each other. And there's also people have schedules. We might have 5 houses to see today, and I can't sit outside for 45 minutes if I've got 5 to get to. Yeah, you can do those things. And I'm not saying you're wrong in a reasonable way, especially if they did go out of their way to lock in showings. But I just think that we're also working into a world here where it's going to be super busy. I think there's not enough inventory out there for all the people that want to buy homes. I think we need to work with each other. If there's 15 showings on a Saturday, which is going to be super reasonable, all 15 people can't be staggered. They're going to have to be on top of each other a little bit. Just be respectful of each other's space and each other's preferences, and don't make comments out loud, to your point before about this is going to overgrow the house. Sometimes it can help with the seller because it does show a lot of competition. It can scare some buyers off too. So there's definitely different ways to spin it. But I agree with your point in theory, but I'm also saying be respectful of others because everybody's got schedules, and there's just a lot of people that are going to want to see houses right now on top of each other. But
Exactly.
Another question in the back.
So it's not really a question. I just wanted to thank you for saying what you just said, because I actually was gonna just combat that, because ultimately the seller is the one that dictates whether or not they're allowing overlapping showings. So if the seller has instructed their listing agent to allow overlapping showings, if I show up, I actually had an agent that did something similar where they told me, I'm next in line, you can't come in. And I said, respectfully, I am going to walk right by you. I have a showing now, and the seller is the one that told us that we could do that. If that makes you uncomfortable, feel free to stand outside until I'm done. But I'm on a schedule. I have multiple houses that I need to show. I don't have time to wait for you to then go in and show your people. This is my time slot. I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I'm always kind about it, but at the same time, exactly what you said.
Right.
And the seller is the one that sets that. So
right.
You go, girl.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Be kind to
Yes,
each other.
Samson.
Be kind to each other through that process. I think is the key, right?
Professional but kind. Yeah.
Miss Jess.
Very quick. Oh, sorry, that was loud.
Very quick and very loud.
Hello, everybody. I just wanted to give a huge shout out and kudos to Major Key and their team and how close they are. They have had a tragedy in their team. This past couple weeks has been very rough on them, and they have really pulled together around their team member that has had this tragedy. And they're not only just like family, they support Cardinal Title. They rock everything they do. And in the office in Alexandria, anybody that needs help with anything, they pull them into their office and help them out. There's always people.
Nice job, guys.
So I just had to give them a shout out on that. So.
Giving back what we got.
Awesome
Literally,
stuff.
thank you guys.
Awesome stuff.
Well, thank you, Arturo. Thank you, Chris.
And I
Appreciate
have a new line now, Shake and Bake.
Shake and bake.
That's
Rick and
from
Bobby.
a movie.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Whatever, but I like Shake and Bake. Thank you. See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Chris, is this your phone?
Chris, did you leave your phone? Here you
I
go.
don't think Sarah's wearing a cowboy hat with
No.
in that picture. Oh yeah, that's Chris. Well, thank you, Major Key.
Yes.
Next up, we've got trivia. I think
We do have
Sorry, I got
trivia.
ahead of myself here. So trivia online. Miss Chris is coming up here. So online questions are going to be ready here to text in, and then we'll do in person. So
Chris, you
online
ready?
question. 2 do's from Arturo and Chris's list. 2 do's. Do when you get to a listing appointment. 2 do's.
Please remember, do
Text
your name,
in the number
your
there.
name and your to-do
Give me
do's.
2 do's. 2 do's.
2.
And then for
do's.
people in person, hands up. 2 don'ts from
Okay,
Arturo
wait a
and
minute.
Chris's
Y'all
list.
put your hands up before y'all even knew what the question was.
No, she did. She's good. Right here. Yes, ma'am. Don't overpromise expectations and don't stay in the house and talk to prospective
I
people.
love that. You are getting
When?
an insulated bag.
Looks like a cooler.
Is it a cooler or a backpack? I mean, a cooler or a bag? It is an all-purpose bag.
I don't think insulated bag is a thing.
Well,
I think
it
if
does. It's a computer bag.
It's a computer bag.
It's a computer bag because there's a little computer station.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
So
There you go.
Samsonized. There you go.
And for the doo-doos, did we get any text
Do we
yet?
have doo-doos?
The to-do-do-do-do.
Why are we back on bathroom? Do-do-doos.
I have staging and professional pictures, Pat Dinkins.
Pat
Dinkins.
Dinkins, $50 credit. Miss Pat Dinkins.
Staging and what else was staging?
Professional
And
photos.
professional photos for the
Yes,
do's.
nice job, Pat Dinkins. $50 in
Awesome.
the Print Center,
I'm
friends.
actually not sure if that was a do. I think it was a don't do cell phone
I'll
pictures.
claim it because it's so
We'll
important.
still count it.
It's
You
so
know,
important.
Counts. The
Yeah.
idea was there, right? So from there, Rob and Liz, are you guys coming up, or are you just here to hang out? Okay. Okay.
They're
all right.
just
Good deal.
hanging. Okay.
Just making sure I saw you out there. Oh, they're gonna come. All right. Come on up, guys.
Yeah, come on up.
Rob McElroy and Liz McElroy Filing from First Heritage Mortgage.
Hey, how are you guys?
You sit in the crowd. I'm
Doing
gonna
fine,
call you
thanks.
up.
There you go.
Good morning.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having us.
Of course.
We appreciate it. Oh my gosh, we have such exciting news.
Uh-oh.
You're not going to believe
We love
this.
exciting news.
Rates are
Oh
4%
my gosh.
again.
Yeah.
Dang it.
My name's Liz McElroy Filan. Thank you. This
I'm
is my
Rob
brother,
McElroy
Rob.
with First Heritage Mortgage.
The better looking McElroy.
Woo!
That was a joke, guys. It's obvious that's not the case, right?
Yeah, of course, she's my favorite. It's a joke. Anyway, look, we want to talk about is
You tell the
basically
joke
being.
and no one laughs.
That's right.
Story of Donnie's life. Thank y'all for helping him land. He needs to sit with that a little bit. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave now. Go ahead. Go ahead, Rob.
We want to talk about non-contingencies. So we
Okay.
want to make you the non-contingency experts, and we want to help you with that. So don't wait for the market to come to you. Create your own inventory and let us help. A lot of folks out there, as we are very well aware, are afraid to sell their homes because they're afraid they won't find another home. Don't let that stop them. They're motivated. Make it happen for them. There are multiple options for them to make that work. We can qualify them carrying their existing home and the new home. They can utilize an equity line or a bridge financing or a gift from family to assist with any down payment gaps. They can amortize and recast that mortgage after the fact into a lower payments once they've sold their existing home after settling in their new home. This is the traditional route, but we've got something extra special for you and your clients.
All right. So most of you know bridge loans.
Yep.
Old bridge loans. My dad did them, which literally, yes, my dad was in the business, so that's how I got in the business. This is a different strategy.
It's my dad, too, by the way.
Yeah. This is a different strategy.
Excellent point, Rob.
So,
That's why they bring you up here, for the
That's
killer
right.
points like that.
a bridge to purchase. So we've been killing it with this product. So we've got clients, and this is where you're working your CRM and you're talking to your clients and they're saying, hey, look, I can't afford to hold both houses. I've already talked to a lender. We've run through the numbers. I can't do it. Give me a call. Give Rob a call. So the bridge to purchase is we're financing the new home with a bridge loan. It's not the departing residence, it's the new home. We're able to use proposed rental income on the departing residence to offset their mortgage payment. If they've got a little bit of down payment that they can do for borrowing from their retirement in short term, getting an equity line on the current house, getting a little bit of a gift, piecing together a little bit of a down payment to put down on the new home, we can do a bridge to purchase. After they sell their departing residence, we're going to refinance them into a 30-year fixed.
That's our money, by the way.
Yeah, so the bridge loan, it's us. So we're not following Fannie Mae guidelines. This is our money.
Excellent.
Give us a call. This is what you should be doing. Right now, there's no inventory. Your clients are like, there's nothing out there. You've got 50 people you've done loan or purchases or transactions with in the last couple of years. Start calling those folks.
You're creating inventory.
Creating your own market. You are the market maker. So give us a call. We're here to help. That's what we do.
Worst case scenario, if you don't understand all the parameters of what that means,
We
get them
can
to
help.
the loan officer expert to have them talk through what that would look like, okay? You can afford this new $800,000 home if this, and we attach a $2,500 or $30,000 mortgage or proposed rental payment to your current home. You can't afford it now. Now, we know you're going to go sell your home in 3 seconds, and get all the equity out. You can help put that down and refinance. But if we can get you into that bridge to purchase into the new one, then you kind of relieve your fears of selling that old one and not having where you're going to go next.
Yeah, so you've got your
I
clients.
didn't finish that sentence well. I was crushing it to the last
No,
three
you're
words.
good. You're good.
And that's what most people say. Hey, look, I don't want to sell my house first. I don't want to go. I don't have family here. I don't want to go into temporary housing, etc. This is the way to make it work for them. So
Well, and I love
give
that
us
because it is a
call.
big fear. It's a big fear that people are going to be
Huge.
homeless,
Oh,
or
it's a
what
huge
happens if I
fear.
sell my
Huge.
house and don't have a place to go.
And that's what's causing,
Right.
in all honesty, a lot of the inventory issues because
Right.
people are scared to death.
So this
they can't
gives
get
a
on the
great way
property.
to be able to sort that issue. What's the rate kind of expectations on it?
We don't want to really talk about that.
Well,
It's a little bit higher than
You're
your
going to
traditional
refinance
rates.
it quickly, Sarah.
Exactly.
You are, but that's
That's
where
the
I'm
thing
going to
of
go
it.
into with the refi booms. Yes.
Yeah, correct. So that's what we're going to, this is short-term financing. That is the thing that everybody I've done this loan for, it's really a non-issue because realistically they're making
It's
one or
short-term
two
money.
payments. So it's, prime rate.
Prime plus,
So,
yep.
Yeah. So and it's interest-only repayment on the bridge loan.
Okay.
So that's the thing to, have them give us a call. We want to make this work
It's
for
a
you.
make it happen type of
It is,
loan. It
for
really
sure.
is.
It's another tool that you guys have in your tool chest to be able to pull out for the right client.
Awesome stuff. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for the thoughts, and
Yeah.
another thing to put in our tool belt when we're having those conversations. And you can always reach out to Rob or Liz or any of the great loan officers of First Heritage. They'll
That's
take
right.
great care of you.
Yeah.
Clients love Liz McElroy.
Yeah.
KDV yelled, "Our clients love Liz." So, thank you very much, Rob and Liz.
Awesome.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, now we're not going to dive into these too deep because we know a lot about the market stats out there, but we summarized the DC Metro as a whole stats. I do a lot of these in our weekly updates, but also know that these are under the top resources on our Cardinal Nest. If you want to pull down, we pull about 20 different associations and push their graphs every month up there. But January new listings were down 11% year over year, but up 75% from December. So we're obviously seeing more inventory in January. The interesting one on the right there was closed sales. Now, that might not seem like a big deal, but it was 0.2%. It's basically the exact same number. 2471 this year, 2465 last January. To me, it's just encouraging that at least it was the same as the year before. We've always been 10, 20, 30% year over year less than the year before.
I'm just excited that it's green.
It's green and it's the same. So hopefully we'll build off that as we accumulate here. But having the exact same amount of sales year over year was at least somewhat encouraging there. Our active listings at the bottom there. Well, first of all, price points up 7% year over year. The median sales price is $535. Last year was $500 at that same point. Active listings in the bottom left. So 4,930 active listings. You can see that the 5-year average of active inventory out there is 56,89. So it's actually not that bad. And believe it or not, we were worse a couple years ago. The 5-year minimum was 3,600 homes at any given time active in that whole DC metro area. So it's bad, but it's not as bad as it's been, if that makes you feel a little bit better. And the average sold to list price is still 98.6% because most people are pricing, in the market that they should be. I think a lot of homes are selling over list price, but the only reason that average is still below 100%, like it's been above at times, is there's some overpricing still in the market at times. But, some of this stuff is good reference points. It does tend to be a little bit laggy in the sense that, this is January sales, and here we are February 20th, and they don't release it until February 15th. So we're looking kind of 6 weeks back. That weekly update stuff I do, if you watch the couple minutes I do on that every week, it's because that is the bright information from that week. So it's very topical. It comes out on Tuesday from the previous week. So it's much more in tune with, okay, how many showings do we have last week? How many listens do we have last week across Bright's whole footprint? And then I kind of drill it down to the individual areas that we talk about. So the Bright's a little bit more on the beat, but it is still going to step back once a month and see the overall data to look at that. I'm going to take just a couple minutes here for questions on industry talk. You talk about, what are we seeing out there for our open houses? What are we seeing in the market? Anything personally that you all are seeing out there every day that you either wanted to share or you want me to make you share about what's going out there. So who's performed an open house in the last week or two, and kind of how did it go, or what kind of listing traffic did they see on it? Everybody's going to raise their hands all at once because they love sharing. I'm going to call on people. Amit, what have you done recently, buddy? Hold on, let Zach run up here. I'm going to call on Amit first. Zach, up here. I'm going to make Amit share anything recently that's happened.
Amit's like, what can I make up before I get this mic in my hand?
Got a couple listings coming. Loving the new format, actually.
Awesome.
To be able to share the coming soons. I think that's going to actually benefit Samson tremendously.
Absolutely.
That's strength in numbers.
Sure.
I got a listing appointment tomorrow. Got another one for next week.
Good.
So
Just knocked out a
inventory's
couple
coming.
rentals.
Yeah.
Inventory coming.
Yeah, so those should lead to some open houses.
Good stuff.
Stephanie's going to get all those for me.
There you go.
But,
there you go.
But I see good things coming. I think this market is actually coming stronger and more robust than last year.
Good.
Is what I'm
Good.
saying.
Awesome.
And we're hearing that too across the board with other top producers that are saying that they're seeing that this year is going to be very, very busy as compared to years past. And they've even
Absolutely.
used the word crazy busy.
Yep.
So that's all a good thing.
Jess, what do you hear in the scuttlebutt around Alexandria? I'm going to make you share. You
no
you have your own
problem.
stuff, but you talk to so many people around that Alexandria office. What are they seeing?
So I am signing a lot of buyer and listing agreements
Yeah,
for
I'm
Alexandria.
hearing from our brokers more buyers than listings as a whole.
Yes,
but
there
a lot
are
of
more
both.
buyers than listings, but overall, the number that I'm signing has increased, day to day over the past 2
Awesome.
weeks. So I wake up in the morning, I see 2 or 3 in my email to sign, or I wake up and there's 10.
Right.
And the last few days, there's been a lot. So
Awesome.
it's definitely
That's
increasing.
good news. Good news. Anybody done an open house in the last week or two they want to report back traffic on? Good, bad, or indifferent? All right. There you go. Ferris going to help us out. There you go, buddy.
We did an open house in Oakton a
That
couple
probably
weeks
had some
ago. Billy Samson and I. And,
Oh, that was the big boy, right?
That was the big boy. We listed it at 199.
Wow.
We had and at the open house alone, we had over 30 groups. We had another like 20-something showings, and ended up getting, I think, 200,000 over asking, no contingencies, 4 or 5 offers. I mean, it was really good. And then on another personal level with my buyers, it's the same thing. It's multiple offer situations.
Yep.
Prices are escalating. Waiving contingencies, all that good stuff. So, I don't know. It is a good market. Inventory is really low, but there's a lot of buyers out there, and there's a lot of people that need to move.
I think that's good stuff and good feedback. I think that the buyers are not as afraid of the interest rates as they were. I think the buyers want to buy. I think it's really the biggest problem is the lock-in feeling of people, and the lock-in feeling meaning, do I want to sell that house to what Liz and Rob are pointing out, because I'm not sure if there's anything for me to buy. But there's also the lock-in, look, I love my 2.75% or 3% interest rate, and I'm afraid I want to buy something new, but I don't want to get a 6.5% interest rate for my whole new loan. Giving up the 2.75%, I've got a 3%. So I think that all the buyers out there is great news. I think more and more we're going to see people that have felt that lock-in feeling for the last couple of years. They're just like, you know what? I know it's a higher interest rate, but we're outgrowing this house, or the 5 Ds, diapers, diamonds. I won't go through them all, but why people need to move as those come out, the inventory comes out there, and the buyers are there to buy them. They're not afraid of the 6.5% and 7% interest rates. Are not terrible interest rates for the market as a whole. It's really just a matter of it took us a little bit to feel okay with transition of those rates, but now I think people feel comfortable there. It's really about, do they want to give up what they have at 3 to move
Right.
to 6.5? And that's the only thing slowing down the market from kind of exploding is that lock-in feeling a little bit.
And we'll continue to see more movement. Like one of my clients told me yesterday, part of my fear now is that I'm only seeing 1 or 2 things every couple of weeks. Like, what happens if something great comes on as soon as I'll make an offer on this one? So it is generating additional types of fears that we haven't seen with more inventory markets. But you just have to keep communicating with your clients, talk to them, talk them through the issues, give them their options, make sure that you're listening and not just trying to sell them something. Make sure that you're listening and trying to really consult with them to help them make the right decision.
Absolutely. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sum up some of the great things we
Yeah.
have coming up in the next week or two.
All kinds of stuff happening.
Class-wise for you all and activities, and then we'll close with our Cardinal stuff. So we had... Didn't move. There we go.
Here we go.
So just a reminder, our agent orientations are now a requirement when you've joined us, but they're fantastic. Bethany and the Agent Experience team do a great job they have these all over the place. They have them virtually. You had one last night virtually, I think, right? So we have night options. We have weekend options. We have them in all offices all
Yes.
the time. Check that Cardinal Nest for that calendar. Reminder on that. Justin and Zach are constantly adding great videos to Samson University. Real Estate Safety Seminar, Business Plan with Dave Warfel, Coffee with Casey. Just a few of the things that have just been added in the last week. So continue to look for updates on Samson University. Great classes that have been, maybe you missed them last couple weeks or month or two, and we're videoing and putting them up there, and you can always see those there. Our group coaching is continuing to go well. On Tuesday, we're going to have Sam Hardman. Does a great job, smart goals and affirmations. So fantastic stuff next Tuesday morning with Sam. But always look for that calendar for the Samson Plus group coaching that's always coming out.
And guys, mark your calendars. If you have not seen Casey in person when he does a class, he has historically through the years been one of the strongest agents that Samson has had, top producing agent, and he is always willing to pull the covers back and show you exactly what he does with every single client and how he works his business, how he's grown his team, and how he's been consistently one of the strongest listing agents we've had through the years. So make an effort, watch his masterclass on Samson U, hit coffee with Casey. He's constantly pouring back into the agents in the company. So it's definitely worth your hour to sit down and listen to what he has to say.
And there's nothing like being there in person. And obviously the people here today at the sales meeting could say that, exactly, Mike there. But, you can watch online and that's fine. But look, if you are able, come to Chantilly on Thursday the 29th. Be there in person.
There's a different energy
better
sitting
experience.
Here in this room. Yeah.
You can get the energy from Casey. You can ask Casey questions. This guy's sold. He's one of the top salespeople in Northern Virginia for years and years and years, and he's just willing to share. So thank you to Casey for always doing this. But come here in person and be a part of that. He's going to give you great nuggets. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say that that's one of the things that I enjoy the most. There's a lot of things that I really like about Samson, but I enjoy it, and every seat should be full.
There you go.
Awesome.
Because he shares so many nuggets. They just fall out of his mouth. And
Yes.
you're just like,
And you
wow.
don't have to be him.
It's amazing.
You don't have to be him. You just need to take a nugget and implement it in your business to have dramatic effects from what you're doing right now. Right.
Absolutely. Good point and good
Thank
tip.
you,
So
yeah.
Thursday the 29th, try to circle on your calendar. He's typically the last Thursday of the month, but I would come in here with coffee with Casey whenever I could. Donuts with Curbio. This sounds right up your alley, right,
I'm
Sarah?
in. When is it?
Chantilly office, Tuesday, March 5th.
Yes.
So Curbio is a great partnership we
I'm here
have.
for the donuts.
It's called Samson Solutions, is our partnership with Curbio. It's great where they can fix up that home. Arturo talked about staging a home, and if you don't have a person that does this already in your database, you need to get with Curbio. They have a fantastic app. You can do everything app-based, where you can come learn from Tracy at Curbio about all the things they do. They'll fix up the home and pay for it at closing. But what a lot of people aren't aware of is they do this. They'll actually do, say you got your home inspection list, and you want to fix up a stuff, or you got some pre-stuff you want to fix up. It's not just the $50,000 or $100,000 repair that people think it is. It could be $1,000 in repairs. It could be a home inspection punch list. It could be, look, I just want carpet and paint. I want 10 grand. I want this. Like the smallest jobs to the biggest jobs, but it's always worth it. They'll push it to closing, and it makes it easier for these sellers to pay it. Almost every seller will admit they need $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 to clean up to get maximum value for the house. The reason that most of them don't do it is because they don't want to come out of their pocket with 5, 10, 20 grand. Either they can't or they don't want to. But if they can put it in the bill and then you can show them, they'll get double, triple that or more back at the closing table if they invest that 5 or 10 grand. It's worth it. So Donuts with Curbio, come in here, start to build that relationship. You can always go to Samson Solutions page to connect and find out more about that. But they make it really good. The reason we partner with Curbio, because I know a lot of people, some people locally do this. Curbio hits a wide footprint. They're a nationally known product. They do a great job. And they've got the apps. They've got the systems. They have the manpower to support all of our Samson agents in this venture.
Yeah, they stole Steve's donuts.
Yeah, they did. They stole his.
They did.
Steve also brings donuts. So the next
Yes.
day, you could get donuts Tuesday and Wednesday here probably. Because Steve brings donuts a lot of times for his MBA contract class. Been some great attendance. He'll be in person Wednesday the 6th.
And we're also doing, don't forget, guys, we do Maryland classes like this as well with brokerage and contract classes.
Yeah,
Kim and
it's
Kara.
Columbia. I saw it on
That's what I was
social
looking
media
for when I
last
pulled my
night.
social media up. I was looking to see when it was.
Reach out to Kim and Kara, check the calendar, but they do Meet the Broker where they ask broker Q&A. I know they'll be at Columbia office one of these days coming up here. I saw
It is March 6th in the Columbia office from 1 to 3. Kara and Kim are doing Q&A.
Wednesday the 6th. There you go.
On Maryland contracts, Maryland law. So, guys, jump in. Do not wait till you have a contract problem before you learn your contract.
Last two more things here. SOAR, which is the Cardinal Title Group, they're sponsoring a realtor training series. They're going to be at our Charlestown office. It looks like, I can't find the date here. March 7th, Thursday.
March 7th.
Jessica Springs, our great lawyer that works for Cardinal Title PLC out in West Virginia, is going to teach about estates. Then at 11 o'clock, Discovering Your Superpower in Real Estate with our great Director of Agent Development, Richard Bridges. So great class out there for SOAR. If you can drive to the Charlestown office, you're in. You don't have to belong there. You just have to be able to get there.
Don't forget, check our calendar on the Cardinal Nest. All of our classes across our footprint are located on the Cardinal Nest so that you can drop in, take a class, and learn. We don't necessarily talk about every single thing that we offer because we would be here till tomorrow. But make sure that you check the Cardinal Nest regularly, especially if you just have a little bit of time to learn a little bit of a nugget. Always work on
a little bit of time to learn a little bit of a nugget.
A little bit of a nugget.
One more that will.
You too can have chicken nuggets too while you learn a nugget.
One more that we didn't get a chance to add in because we just booked it yesterday.
Yes.
But March 15th, Friday the 15th, before our next sales meeting, we're going to be in studio here live at 11 o'clock with Carolyn Young, and she's going to teach a class with me, Mastering Real Estate Success, Writing Winning Contract Offers for Your Clients, Education for the Whole Process. Her argument, and it's a great one, is winning offers doesn't just start with how you write offers. It starts from the first time you meet your buyer, the first time from the beginning. It's education process with those buyers and how we're going to win offers when we go to write them. And that starts from the beginning. So Carolyn Young, for those that don't know, her team sold the most homes in our company. She's in the top 3 or 5 in every state or whatever ranking you've got. Her team's going to sell. They've already sold 65 million in homes this year as of last week, and they do a great job.
And it's February.
And it's mid-February when she announced that.
Just FYI.
So they'll probably go, I don't even know, 300, 400, 500 million, I'm sure, this year. So 11 o'clock, Friday the 15th. Friday the 15th, 11 o'clock, Carolyn will be here. And I'm going to just help tag team her, just let her go and keep her on track. That's my only job, I think. But it'll be a great class. Yep. We'll advertise more over the next couple weeks, but we just agreed on date and time yesterday. So Friday the 15th, 11 o'clock here. I'd encourage you to be a part of that because she's a great teacher and does a great job, and it'll be a great class. Hopefully I just won't get too much in the way.
Awesome. So we've got some trivia coming up.
We'll do a couple trivia questions, then we're going to close with our cardinal closing. So online first. Online question.
Text your name and the answer.
Go ahead, Sarah.
What is one upcoming class that we talked about?
One upcoming class that we talked about. Texting questions. Text in. And then for our in-person people, while we're texting that in, who is the Samson partner for Samson Solutions that fixes up homes? Oh, there you go, right here.
Curbio. All right.
Curbio is our Samson Solutions partner.
All right, you are getting a fuzzy jacket.
Oh, Sarah almost stole this.
I almost stole this one because I was feeling it and I was like, ooh, this feels nice.
She may have just gone to the back to get one herself.
I know.
If you don't take that out of you with Mark, I'm going to steal it and
I
put
know,
it on
I may or
before you
may
leave.
not be like taking it myself, yes.
So, good stuff. Online,
what have we got,
get a
Chris?
question?
All right,
Josephine Duckett. SOAR is an upcoming class.
You have $50 to the Print Center, Josephine.
We'll get that to Josephine. So awesome stuff coming up. We're going to continue to, and I harp on this sometimes the weekend update, guys, but, some of us didn't have the best 2023s that we were happy with, and we want something to be different in 2024, and we want to have a better year this year. And then we email and we say, how can my year be better this year? But we just do it sitting at our house, right?
Or you don't do anything.
I don't want to be, too harsh here, but the way to do it, the first step is getting out and engaging. I've read off so many different things, and there's so many people that are out here that can engage with, and you can change. You can't do the same thing every day, every week, and expect different results, right? So get out there, do things, whatever your lane is. If it's expired, like you were calling, and Brandon was doing a great job with that, great. If it's if it's marketing to your sphere of influence better, if it's focusing on postcards or newsletters or open houses, there's 15 different ways that you can learn through Lynn's classes and all the different things we do here on how to build your business up. The first step, get in and do something, right? And a lot of times that's jumpstart. I know you did in Silver Spring yesterday, Lynn. Look for future stumps that are coming out there. But
do something
engage.
Yes.
Sitting back, I got one, and whoever it is probably isn't watching, so it's fine. But they emailed me at the end of the day, and they're like, I'm just so frustrated with my business. I want to do better this year. And I was like, how can I do something? And I'm literally sitting here as HQDU ends here at Chantilly. It's 3:15 when I get the email. I was like, well, the first step would have been come here today because we had 6.5 hours of great teaching, great classes, great engagement. And I promise you, you would have come away with 2 or 3 ideas that would have helped you have the 2024 that you want to have.
If you did them.
If you got in here, learned it, and did a couple things. So
absolutely.
I get a little fired up, but we're here to help you, but we can't make you do it for you. You're in charge of your own destiny,
If you have any questions, go back and read the tidbit from yesterday. And I have had
that was just hammering.
I have had so
I like
feedback.
it, but it was.
So I'm going to point out, I did not
I
write
read
it.
that article, and I was like, I don't know that I could post that. Then I saw Sarah. I was like, all right, let's go.
I'm posting it, and here's why. I have had so much feedback from top producers over the last 2 days, including this morning in the elevator ride up, saying that was spot on. We're in a different market, and people have got to do things differently and not just sit back and expect it to happen like it's always happened. It's changed, and it has. And if you're not willing to change with it and you're not willing to engage differently or engage at all, you're in the wrong business. Don't play in it. Be professional in it. Get after it. That we give you millions of different ways to do it. There's agents here ready to pour in. Just engage. Sorry.
See. Preach.
Thank you for the round there. Yeah,
there you go.
It just is. We love you guys. We can't do it for you, though.
We do, and we want to see all the success. That's why we do all the things we do. It's
Yes.
why we're trying to hit you with so many education and so many different
Yes.
things to engage. We want to see everybody have the success. The
And
best
we
success
love these people that we're about to call out right now. We love everybody, but we love you guys more.
they can. Yes.
I'm not going to lie, because you guys are supporting Cardinal Title, and the 378 closings that we've had is really what is paying for KV Core and Chime and SOAR and HQDU and the agent orientations and the social media manager and the tech trainers and all the things, all the people that you should be engaging in your business. This is what pays for it. So thank you so, so, so much.
All right, let's start.
Kick us off,
everybody,
friends.
since last sales meeting. So,
Yes.
Mr. Adam Henderson, Adam Shively on West Virginia, 5
Cinco times.
Adam
Nice job.
Shively, great job, my man. Ahmed Goma, Akin, there you go. Yeah, KDV said. Akin Faludun, Akram Abdul Kader, Alex Echampong, Alfonso Torres, Ali Dejanada 2 times, Alka Kumar, Amal Hall, Andrea Hayes Schatz 2 times, Andrea Perez Del Castillo, Andy Norton 2 times. That's another one of KDV's favorites.
Yes.
She cheered for. Angel Figueroa. There you go. Get it. Angel Wong, Angela Pampalk, Angela Wade. I forgot I was supposed to let you have the next one.
That's all right. You just kept
Anil Bandari, Annalie Farrar, April Caldwell, Armando Guadalupe, Arslan Jamil 3 times.
Nice job, boys.
Artie Karanji, and my man that was up here earlier, Mr. Arturo Salemi.
Ash Krasnicki, Ashley Kopecki 3 times, Asila Sayedi, Awas Nassim, Bassam Hamandi, Bashuda Dahal, Brad Roars, Brandon Dar, Brenda Toney, Brittany Latuke, Brooke Bear, Candace Astroth.
Karen O'Brien, Carmen Bear, Carmen Carter Howe, Carol Webb.
You just wanted it, so you had Carolyn.
I did not know this was good. Carolyn Young, 20 times since last sales meeting. That's crazy. Woo! I want some of that. Yeah, 20 times is nice.
We used to be on and on and on, because Casey has been with us for so long and had so many settlements, and he was always really the top supporter of Cardinal. And now I look at him and I go, Uncle Casey, I love you, sell more.
Casey 4 times. Great
Nice
month,
job.
Casey
Nice
Sampson.
job.
Awesome job, buddy. Celso Padilla Lara, Cheryl Hambach 2 times. Cheryl Youngbar, White Marsh broker manager. Chris Cummings and Chris Gordon 2 times, and Christian Chavez.
Christian Minacci, Christina Masones, Christopher Albrecht, Kristen Napoli, Chris Urich, who you guys heard minutes ago, John Quinn, Claudette Davis, Daisy Cordova, Dallas Croft, Daniel Lee, Danielle Dykes, and Danielle Harris. Thanks, guys.
Darren Robertson 4 times.
Nice
Way to
job,
go,
Darren.
Darren. Good job, buddy. David Flack, Dawn Garrett, Daisy Benitez, Debbie Sheehan, Debbie Brent, Deborah Gaynard, Desiree Germa, Diana Douglas, Dilyara Diminova,
Nice
our
job,
Bernie
Dee.
Kagan Award winner, off to a good start 5 times.
And she was in Paris.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Dee.
Congratulations to her son for probably
Yeah.
covering a lot of those. Denise Tarmalingam and Donald Grant.
Thank you, Donna Lee, Ed Torres, Ed Hillenbrand, Edwin Nolasco, Albert Graves Jr. 3 times, MC Ara, Falco Bruno, Farhood Salah. We have Florence Agola, Flourish Adatoye, Frank Ayala, and Frank Silvestrini 2 times.
Fred Messeni 4 times.
Nice
Way to go,
job,
Fred. Gabrielle and Garin.
Yes.
Gabriel. I know who you are, Gabriel.
Yes.
Galib, Musali Limov, Del Grimes 3 times. Great job,
Nice
Del.
job.
Gela Mini, George Pizarro, Jerry Fleming, Juliana Casu, Gloria Rosas 2 times. Greg Garcia, Gregory Johnson, Guillermo Barbosa 2 times.
Guillermo Samon 2 times. Hadi Damavandi, Harmon Singh, Henry Nam, Holly Wilson, Hazul Key, Hulanam
Wada
Gabriel
Gabriel,
3
3
times. Ian McVeigh, Isandri
Ian
Cora.
McVeigh 3 times.
Nice jobs. I said that.
No, you said Hula Man 3 times.
I did. Hulanam 3 times, and I said Ian McVeigh 3 times. You were
All right.
still on the Walter Gabriel.
All right.
Okay. Isandri Corona. Is that like a beer? Corona beer?
Making up.
I am.
Isindri.
Corona. Adlama Contreras Fuentes.
should be one, an ice
Inam
Corona.
Raymond and India Lewis. Thank you, guys.
Ice Corona. No, sorry. That's all I'm
Ice
thinking about.
Corona.
Now. India
Da-da-da.
Pope. Ingrid Poke Oveda. Iris Yu 2 times. Woo! All right, KDV.
KDV.
Irma Arsalela Trotman. Jackie Frederick 2 times. Jackie Koval, Jacob Seiden, Jae-Yoon Young, Jaime Magni, Jason Hasilius, Javier Mena, and Jay Johnson.
Mr. J. Rousey, Jaya Davis, Jayanthi Manjanath, Jenny Cornier, Jennifer Barner 2 times, Jennifer Cuevas, Jennifer Dorn, Jennifer Fang 2 times, Jeremiah Dorn, Jess Miller in the crowd.
That's my broker.
Jessica Graham and Jill Judge.
Jixon Lee, Joe Azer 2 times, John Ginty, John Carello, Jonathan Gentry, Jordana Adams, Joseph Abid, Josue Ruiz, Julie Young. Oh, she walked out. Dang it. I thought I had another in the park. June Park. In the park.
In the park. June Park.
June Park. And Justin Bailey.
We have Kamal Park 4 times.
Way
Thank
to
you,
go,
Kamal.
Kamal. And just joined us.
Just joined us, yeah.
25 days ago. I don't know how he already had 4 already. It's crazy.
He is selling a machine.
Apparently.
Yes. Kara Burnett, Karen Harvey 2 times, Karen Kruger, Kathleen Hubbard.
I know her.
You know her a little.
Yes.
Katie Kim, Katie V.
Yeah!
Barashaka. We have Kelly Ortiz, Kelly Hayes 2 times, Kelly Thomas 2 times, Kevin Fennell, and Kevin Wolf. Thank you.
Keisha Washington 3 times. Great job, Keisha. Kimberly Hauser, Kieran Marzaria, Christine Jones, Laydan Aref, Larry and Laura Bean 2 times. Ah! Latif Chaudhry 2 times. Ah!
Where'd he go? We lost him. Yep, there
Laura
we go.
Frappolo. He's behind Jess.
Oh, his head was right behind
Lauren
us.
Witcher. Leon Bernal, Leslie De Leon, Lisa Wright.
Maggie Lee, Marcus Lennon, Marisol Bonds 2 times, Marshall Wick. Katie V, you are just funny. Matthew Caudell, Max Tariq, Megan Vosert. We have Mayu Song, McKinnon Abibi 2 times, Melinda Bell, Melissa Smith, Melissa Weaver. Thank you.
Melvin Douglas Pitt, Michael McKendy 2 times, Michelle Gibson 2 times, Michelle Gildea, Milagros Severich, Meluzka Pelete, Ming Kwan, Mirtha Tarones, Mohamed Bhatti, Mohamed Malik, Mohamed Peyrovi, and Manaj Kumar Rathi.
Dude, it's a real problem when your tongue does not work the way your mouth is trying to make it work.
It seems easier in the crowd.
It does
so
when
you've
you're
done
looking at it.
200 names in a row.
Well, and
Go
I
ahead.
used to heckle them all the time, and then my butt got stuck up here saying the
You
names.
used to heckle
I used to heckle and Danny and
He
him
used to go
all the
Danny and
time.
Bernie and I. Danny goes, all right, get up here. Let's go.
And I was like, oh, wow, this is not easy. Monica Embry, Monica Foster, Natalie McCarter, Nick Vo, Nicole Hatch, Noble Davis, Noemi Martinez Conaway 3 times, Olayinka Ayeni, Nicole Caldwell, Patrick Cohen, Patty Blackwelder, and Paul Almeida. Thank you.
Peggy Remlin, Penny Clark, Peter Frias, Felicia Parrish, Pilar
Goa Kachea.
Goakachea, I'm going to get it. Ping Zua, Pink Doan, Prince Rossi 2 times. There you go, Prince. Priya Kumar, Prudence Wafo 3 times.
Dude, Prudence is kicking ass. Sorry.
Oh, language.
Sorry.
Ralph Johnson, Randy Jones down in Richmond.
Reba Rahimzada, Rex Thomas 2 times, Rima Kumar 2 times, the OG Ritu Desai, Roberto Valencia, Rodrigo Laura, Roger Tata 2 times, Rolf Kratz of half of Kratz and Kolash, Rami Singh, Ronnie Gallier, Roxanne Southern 4 times, and Ruth Jacobson. Thank you.
Sa Jamil, Sabo Wolteji, Safula Madaber, Salim Abdi, Sean Judge, Sean Ratbart, Sergio Garcia,
Not the golfer.
Shahrukh Saeed, Sharon Wilkins, Sheila Hensley, Stephen Wilson, Sterling Ramlal.
Stephen Tangwa 2 times, Susan Kadama, Susan Loizu, Tahir Nisar, Tammy Irby, Tanvir Zafar, Tara Lowe 2 times, Tatiana Cabrero, Tanya Scott, Thaddeus Underwood 2 times. We have Teresa Schaefer and TJ Bennett.
Tom Cochran, Tina Roach, Tilopi Agbolu, Tonga Turner, just continuing to kill it. 4
Nice
times, Tonga.
Tonga, you're kicking ass too. Sorry.
Language. Tania Parker, Tori Travis, Trulance Hickman 2 times. Our Richmond Libby Mill broker manager, Tyler Simmons 2 times. Ugo Akeki 2 times. Vita Howard 2 times. Vibs, where's Vibs at?
Nice job, Vibs.
Vibs Bouchon 2 times. And Victoria Balatasia.
We have Victoria King, Victoria Zhao 2 times, Viktor Kutsevich 3 times, Virginia Frentz, We have Vitaly Petrov, Vivian Garcetti, Wakar Ahmed 3 times, Woo,
Wakar!
Restrepo 2 times.
There you go from Major Key.
And Yvette Lawless. Thank you guys so very, very much for your support of Cardinal Title.
Thank you all for your continued support.
congratulations.
Thank you for your energy today at our sales meeting. I encourage you guys to continue to get out to our HQDUs, our grand opening next week, all the great things we have planned. Just continue to work hard. We are here for you. Reach out to your staff, to your brokers, to your trainers. They're here to help you grow and have a successful spring. Please, please, please use Cardinal Title Group as much as possible. They will do a great job for you. If you haven't used them in a while, give them another try. Give us the opportunity to earn your business, and they will.
Please, absolutely.
Thank you for everything. We will see you next week.
Guys, take care. Be good. See you soon.